How long have we been? Oh, it says we've been live for 4 minutes, but we're live, I think. Folks, we've never done this. What's going on, everybody? I don't know if we are live here, but if we are, we're live. Wait, are we?
How do we tell?
I don't know. Guys,
We gotta get a comment in the chat.
We're live on Twitter. We're live on Twitter. I repeat,
Oh,
we are. Wait. We're live. Oh my God, we're live on Twitter. Look at that. Guys, we've never done this.
Oh shit.
Oh, we got 3 people in here. What's going on, everybody?
Yo.
Folks, you got to bear with us. We've never done this, okay? Yes, we've done. Oh my God, it's working. Holy shit. Yes, we've done this. Oh my God, 4 people.
Yo.
This is amazing.
This is the future. Hey, we're gonna have to do this one more time. So hey, this is dope. And it's good quality too. So let's go.
How do I pull up comments?
That's what I'm saying. I'm seeing like a private
Somebody
chat.
comment. Somebody come here. Let me test it. Hello, boys. Hold on. Bear with us, folks.
Oh,
if you're, by the way, if you're show.
What? I see it on the screen.
Yeah, there we go.
Yo, that's crazy. Nah, because now I'm realizing all these shows that I've seen that use this platform to stream their videos. That's cool. What happened?
Isn't that lighting bad?
Yeah, a little bit. Maybe if you
what is going on? Fuck. Hold on.
I don't know. I think I have a little glare going across my screen as well, but
so people watching right now and people that will be watching people that will be watching when this is all said and done, because this week we're not going to be doing our regular sit over there and record the pod. We're just going to do this live stream, some casual shit. But yeah, people that are tuned in, whether you're live or on video, bear with us here early. Okay, we've never done this. We're trying to figure it out. We're on StreamYard. The first time I ever visited this website ever in my life was 20 minutes ago. I bought the free trial. Probably will forget to cancel the subscription. It's all right. It's worth it because that means we're just going to keep doing this. But yeah, we're here. Bear with us. We're going to try to work on. Let me try to fix my lighting. Shit. Let me go to the setup. Hold on. Entertain the people.
Maybe, is there a few different switches, or is it one? Yeah, that's a little better. Maybe try tilting your phone up a little bit, or
this is my computer, buddy.
Oh, your computer up a little bit?
This is good.
Yeah, I think you're good.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Wait, so if I go over like can you hear me right now?
I can hear you perfectly fine.
Oh, yeah. Wow. See, I'm in a different part of the room. But you want to know why you can hear me from over there, Rohan?
Because you got that crazy mic. Yeah.
Folks, the bigger we get, we hit 10,000. All right. It's time to take shit to the next level. Okay, Rohan, we're here. So what's going on, everybody? Welcome to the Counterpunch Pod. If you don't know us, my name's Lucas. His name's Rohan, as you can tell by the screen. Can you tell, or did we go away? I can't see it. Oh, I gotta take the comment off the screen. Okay, there we go. See, we're learning here.
All right.
Yeah, I'm gonna just post an update on the Instagram. Just entertain the people. What are you excited about for this card, man? I mean,
man, this
is a lot of fallouts, a lot of pullouts.
Yeah, I mean, a crazy amount of pulling out in this fight. But guys, the Aliskerov fight with Robert Whittaker, who saw this coming? And now his opponent from the last card that he was pulled off of, Antonio Trocoli, is now fighting against who's he fighting? Remind me.
Fucking Sharaputin.
Yeah, Shara lost his opponent. Another pullout. I don't know. June is a crazy month for the UFC. But yeah, Aliskerov versus Robert Whittaker. That main event, I have no idea, guys. I really don't. The bookies seem to be as confused as us. They really have the line jumping all over the place. But I seem to see Robert Whittaker as the consensus favorite right now. I feel like he has to be, just given that he's been in training camp, obviously training for somebody with a kind of similar style. Whereas Ikram, he's coming in. He was training for this low-level opponent. He was, a huge favorite, minus 1,200. Now he's facing a top 3 middleweight on the planet. I mean, have we ever seen a bigger jump in opponent in history? I don't know if we have, to be honest. I mean, he goes from arguably the worst fighter in the division to a top 3 fighter in the division. That is crazy. So yeah, man, I don't know. It's a lot on his plate, and obviously a lot on Rob's plate, because it's a lot of pressure on him now as well. So I don't know, man. It's a crazy fight for sure.
Yeah, I don't know. It's such a tough fight to call, because with Ikram, can you see me right now, by the way?
Yeah, I see you.
Okay, because I'm just on Tapology. I just want to make sure. the thing with Ikram, right? We don't know. He hasn't been tested whatsoever. His last fight was against bum ass fucking Warley Alves.
Yeah.
But yeah, by the way, we're on live stream now, so feel free to let a fuck or a shit loose if you have to. But yeah, this dude hasn't been tested. He's fighting bums. But here he is. This is a massive step up. If this fight was taking place 4 years ago, I'm max betting Robert Whittaker at these odds. I'm just telling you guys this right now. But I just believe that Robert Whittaker isn't the same Robert Whittaker. By the way, folks that are just tuning in, we're just talking about the main event right now. We're going to do a full card breakdown. It'll be probably a little longer than usual because, this is more of a casual setting here on the live stream. Obviously, I'm in the setup, but we're here on Zoom just chatting it up, man. This is a weird card. I feel like we almost didn't even do this because, this card isn't even that good, but we missed last week, so we got to come through. But yeah, somebody comment. Can somebody comment?
We got to see if people are in here,
Oh, there we go. We got a comment. Okay. What
it do, boys? Yo, what's up? Cheebles,
there we go. See, we're learning. Chebbles. Is that how you say it?
Chebbles. I don't know, but
okay, hey, bear with us here. We're learning, okay? We've never done this. We're Instagram guys. That's really it. We don't know anything else. I post on YouTube. I put the timestamps in. That's all I really do on YouTube, right? We've never done something like this, but
hey, more to come though. More to come because over the summer, like we won't be in the same spot as frequently. So we're gonna have to be able to do this pretty often. So this could be like the new norm for a couple months or a couple weeks at least this summer. So this is cool. This is cool. Hey, you said W pronunciation. Let's go.
Which way did I get it? So is it Chebbles? Is that right?
We're just gonna stick with that.
Okay.
All right.
How about we just get right into it? Thoughts?
Yeah, shoot, this is a crazy card, but let's start. The one thing I will say is, what is it, like 11, 12 fights now that we have? It's a pretty
it's still 11. It's still 11 because we're getting
11 fights. So yeah, so it's one of the shorter cards, but man, I think there can be a lot of finishes on this card. I think there's gonna be a lot of action, a lot of violence. I'm liking this. So yeah, let's get right into it.
I'm with you, man. I'm with you. First fight of the night. What do we got? You tell me.
It's Long Xiao versus Chang Ho Lee, two alums of the UFC Road to the UFC program, or whatever you want to call it, competition. In Asia, mainly in Asia. It's a really interesting fight, but again, a lower level fight to open the card. Long Xiao, I'm gonna just kick things off with my take on this fight. Long Xiao, from watching the tape on him, look, he's tough. That's the one thing I will say about him. He's very tough. He will come forward in the face of adversity. He's not afraid to get hit. That's kind of his style, is to just march you down, keep winging shots, but eat a lot of shots as well. The one thing about him is he doesn't specialize in any one area, and he just he gets hit a little too much for my liking. Sure. His striking defense, like it's a big hole of his. He doesn't keep his hands where they should be especially when he's
Long Xiao, right? Long Xiao.
Long Xiao. This is Long Xiao that I'm talking about right now. Yeah. Like he keeps his hands up, but they're not like really by his face. And when he's throwing, especially, he tends to wing his hands and keep them all over the place. So he is very liable to get hit. And the one thing about him is like he's able to turn scrambles into positive situations for himself. Like he doesn't have great offensive wrestling, but he can land a takedown. He can, force a scramble and force, a sweep where he ends up on top. He's capable. It's just that he's not consistent enough. Whereas his opponent, Chang Ho Lee, I think he is going to be the superior wrestler and the superior fighter on the ground in this matchup, 100%. On the feet, I think both fighters have the chance to hurt each other. I think they both have the power to hurt each other. But I think that the advantage on the ground lies with Chang Ho Lee. And, a 9-1 record. I think he's seen the tougher competition as well. I think Long Xiao, he's faced a lot of guys on the regional scene with not great records. But yeah, this is going to be a prove it spot for both guys. It's a fight to open the card, obviously a lower level fight. But yeah, I think Chang Ho Lee is a little more reliable on the ground. So I'm going to roll with him by a close decision. I could see a finish, but I'm going to pick him by decision.
Yeah, I'm with you. I'm going Chang Ho Lee as well. I'll just give it to you guys right now. This isn't a big betting card for me, wise. I've got a small bet on Chang Ho Lee at, pretty much even money. The thing with Chang Ho Lee, and tell me if I'm wrong, he's like the most bootleg version ever of Merab. Like, he's just horrible Merab. No, I wouldn't say horrible Merab. I still think I don't think he's that bad, to be honest. I think he could get a win or two in the UFC. I don't think Chang Ho Lee is terrible. I think this is a close fight, man. He's a dog. That's one. That's why I had to.
Both of them are though. Both of them are like both of them are very tough, and they're not gonna like crumble. They're not gonna fade. They're not gonna just like tap out. I don't think we're gonna see that. I think we're gonna see a war, and that's why I think this could be a really close decision. But again, like who's gonna win the most minutes in that type of environment? I think you got to put your money on Chang Ho Lee because, like we're about to say, like we're referring to, he is the better wrestler, and he just comes at you with that nonstop Merab-esque pressure, and I think that's going to get to Chang Ho Lee, especially in the later rounds where it's going to get a little sloppy. And arguably on Chang Ho Lee's fights, I think he won both of his fights by like split and majority decision, and he could have lost both of those decisions. Like you could have made a case that he lost both of those fights. So yeah, I'm not too confident in him. But again, I could see this going either way. The line's really close. It's not the highest level fight. Yeah.
We've got some comments.
Yeah, they're saying Shara is a lock, in my opinion. Ikram too. Shara is a lock against this new opponent. Absolutely. Antonio Trocoli is
Whoa. Shara is not a lock against anybody. Why are you acting like this guy's some sort of world beater? Come on,
bro.
Don't make me start this question. I'll get on your ass if I have to. How is he a lock?
Unless Trocoli starts to completely have success with the wrestling and take over with the wrestling in the later rounds, because I don't think in the early rounds he's going to have any problem. Shara is going to have any problem keeping it at a distance, doing what he does, because, bro, this guy, he's so good at distance management when he has his energy and when he has his wits about him. Because, again, we saw him get taken down. Again, I know you're going to bring that up against Bruno Silva, but that mainly happened in the later rounds where he started to gas out a little bit. He realized that his attacks weren't as successful as they were in the earlier rounds. And then, he got a little discouraged, and then, it hurt him. But I think, look, Trocoli is unproven as anybody, and Shara, he's still unproven to some degree, but I think we've seen now, and he knows that he has to work on the wrestling, so I think that's probably what he was working on anyways, but, yeah, I don't know.
But now, hear me out, right? Hear me out. When you're looking at this from a gambling perspective, right, we could both agree Bruno Silva's not a wrestler, correct? He's just a guy who's a heavy hitter, right?
Yeah.
Why would you not take plus 500 on a guy whose game is wrestling and grappling, whether it's great or not, against a guy who has bad takedown defense? Why would you not take that?
No, I'm not denying. Again, I think we have a bit of like a little disconnect here, because I'm not saying that there's no value.
You agree there's value?
Yeah, of course, bro. That, like that, there's always going to be value on those type of fighters where they're coming in there with nothing to lose. Again, this guy Trocoli, he's unproven, nothing to lose, bro. He can come in there, go balls to the wall, swing for the fences, just go all out for the takedown, get it, hold him down, and somehow win. Like, I'm not saying that's not a possibility, but bro, logic says, and obviously this is MMA, logic doesn't always work. But I mean, if Shara is able to keep this on the feet for any extended, even if it's like 2-3 minutes, bro, in that 2-3 minutes, the amount of damage that he's going to be able to accumulate on this dude, it's going to be enough to put him away, I think, probably. But again, this guy's takedown defense is a huge hole. He knows it. His opponents know it. So they're going to come in there, especially Trocoli, who that's his whole style and game plan. He's going to try to do that. But I don't know, bro. It's going to be tough. But if he were to lose, like, his star would take a big hit, I think. Like, if this is a matchup where
his star would take there wouldn't be a star.
Exactly. And even before this fight, when he was scheduled to fight Joelton Luderbach before he took the PEDs, because obviously that was going to be his
Or took the
PEDs. Before he got caught for PEDs, that was going to be his approach, was to force it into be a wrestling fight later into the fight, drag it out, make it ugly, and pull him out and make him tired and stuff like that. So that was going to be his approach. But if Shara knows that already, that's probably
all right. We gotta wait. We're talking about this later. Wait. Chill.
Yeah,
I shouldn't have addressed it. I'm sorry. We got too deep into it. Putting a 10-unit mega whale play on him right now. We're talking about Chang Ho Lee. Don't do that. Don't do that.
Yeah, who's he talking about? I think is he talking
about Chang Ho Lee? Chang Ho Lee, yeah. Don't.
Chang Ho Lee is crazy. Don't do that.
Yeah. Okay. We got 10 fights left. Let's start with the next fight on the card. Second fight, Magomed Gadzhiyasulov taking on Brendan Ribiero. Do you remember watching? I remember I was in the room watching Gadzhiyasulov's Contender Series debut. Do you remember? Were you there?
Yeah, I do remember that. Because I watched it back. I watched it
I was
back.
like, bro, look at this guy. He's fighting. He's a bum. And then they end up signing him. Jose Medina.
And he lost every round. He lost like 30-27. I don't know why. He signed him because he showed toughness, right? Is that what Dana said?
He showed grit. He showed grit. The craziest reasoning to sign somebody ever.
Yeah, I don't understand.
And then, like, he got Medina's first fight got announced the other day. And he's fighting. Guess who he's fighting? Did you see? Medina, Zach Reese.
Oh my god! Hey, Zach Reese came off a pretty good performance.
Zach Reese sucks, though, bro.
He does suck, but so does fucking Medina. That shouldn't even be in the UFC. So I mean, hey, it's two guys that we said coming in where.
But you know what Medina is known for? His toughness. He's not gonna break against him. He's gonna break him. Medina's gonna beat him.
If he beats him coming into the UFC off of a fight where he doesn't even deserve to be in the UFC, that would be a crazy come up, and I'd be happy.
Undefeated Medina.
That'd be wild. But yeah, I do remember the fight. To get back to the point, I do remember Gadzhiyasulov.
Are you hearing like some sort of echo? I just don't.
I don't personally.
Tell me, guys, can somebody whenever Rohan talks, you guys hear an echo? Can you guys let me know? Because I'm worried because I'm looking at my thing right here. And whenever you talk, I don't want it to bounce off my mic. So somebody let me know. Let me go on my phone. I'm sorry, I just don't want to continue. But what we're talking about, yeah, Gadzhiyasulov. I'll just keep talking. Hold on. Got some comments. Whoa! I have to. How was your life? Unless Trocoli. Okay, I think we're good. So where were we? We were talking about Gadzhiyasulov. Yeah. I'm just hearing things. No, it's just I just want to make sure because my mic is bouncing when Rohan talks, so I don't want it to be like reflecting. I can't hear anything. I can just hear Rohan. Yeah, I think Gadzhiyasulov. I still think he's good. Yeah, he wasn't able to finish Medina, but I think Medina, I mean, is what the one reason Dana signed him for is just being tough. I think Gadzhiyasulov's skilled. I don't think he's gonna be something per se in the UFC, but I see a lot of people online saying that minus 350 or whatever he isn't deserved. I think Ribiero is just not that good. Not only is he not that good, he has bad durability. So yeah, I think Gadzhiyasulov, not only is he the better fighter, but something that comes with that is having more paths to victory. I think Ribiero is just one shot or bust here. He could catch him, but Gadzhiyasulov is also pretty technical. Don't get me wrong. It's a massive step up for Gadzhiyasulov. Even going to a guy like Brandon Ribiero, you look at this guy's, professional career before this, it's just can after can after can. But I think he gets it done. Does he finish the fight? Yeah. He fought Medina. He hit Medina with some hard shots. I think Ribiero won't be able to take some of those. I'll say Gadzhiyasulov gets the finish. This fight, I'd say it finishes in the first 2 rounds, whether it's on either side.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, you said that's what Dana saw is because Gadzhiyasulov was hitting him with the kitchen sink. I mean, he was hitting him with some of the hardest shots you heard, and he wasn't phased. That's why he signed him, because of his toughness. But this guy is so nasty on the feet. He's actually nasty everywhere, if I'm being honest with you. He's got technical striking. Like he's sorry, there's like a little gnat. He's very technical. He knows how to slide in and out of the pocket. To land his big combinations. He switches it up with the hands and the feet. He goes to the body so well. He's got nice body kicks. I love this guy striking. And the one thing is he sets up his takedown attempts very well. A lot of guys that, try to wrestle, they don't set it up. He does a great job of setting it up with his hands, making you think, then shooting a nice, well-timed takedown, even when he's in close and you don't really expect it. So I love that he mixes it up a little bit, but even he doesn't have to use the wrestling at all because like you said, Ribiero is one shot or bust. He's got power, but no technicality, not even close to what Gadzhiyasulov has. I mean, this is a big step up, but this guy is ready for that kind of step. He's very nice, and I think I expect him to finish this fight as well.
He's very nice. He's just a nice guy, just kind of like Sharaboa.
Oh yeah, he's the nicest person. He might be the nicest person in the UFC. Might even be nicer than Stephen Thompson. You guys think we're joking. Go take a look at some of the video clips of Sharaboa in the community. What he does for
he actually there's something recent that came out about Sharaboa. He was talking about he had a stand in the mall right next to some escalators about cancer research, and
really?
He's just educating the community. He's a great guy.
Yeah, he's the best. No, I mean, he's always looking out for the unfortunate. He's always just looking out for the best, and I love him, bro. He's got that one eye. He's very inspired by Michael Bisping.
You guys want to see something funny? Like I'm over here minding my own business earlier today, right? Minding my own business. I'm on my phone, scrolling, doing nonsense. And then all of a sudden, I just 301 out of the blue. This is what Rohan texts me. There's no context. Michael Bisping is you do it in your voice. Do it in the voice. Do it in the voice. Do it.
Yeah, wait. Michael Bisping is big motivation for me. Very big motivation.
Like out of the blue, there was no other
because I just saw a clip and it had me dying, bro. I was like lifeguarding and I was just rolling my chair, bro. He is so funny. Oh my gosh.
He's a big motivation.
He's a big motivation, bro. He's got one eye. He's a warrior just like him. You see why, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, that was funny as fuck.
And I responded to his message saying, imagine those two in a room trying to hold a conversation. Imagine that. Shara Bullet and Michael Bisping conversation.
Hey, is Michael Bisping going to be in this fight?
He's commentating.
He's going to be in the ring when he wins.
No. It's DC. That would be hilarious, bro. They should bring special interviewer for that fight. Bisping.
For real, bro. No.
But we're going off track. Gadzhiyasulov, do you have anything else to say?
I think he's going to win. I think he's going to finish Brenson Ribiero. I think he's going to keep the undefeated streak alive. That's it.
What we got? Chibbles. Did I fuck it up? Chibbles, right? Yeah, Chibbles. LMAO. Damn right. And educating with his hands. No, what are you talking? We're talking about the escalator thing. No, he was giving back to the people. Blessing them.
Yeah.
Teaching them a lesson. Maybe you're right. Okay, let's move on. Next fight. What we got? We got Muin Gafurov versus Kyung-Ho Kang.
Yeah.
Interesting fight. This is a tough fight to call. The narrative around this fight or a specific fighter in this matchup this week has been that Muin Gafurov isn't as bad as people think he is based off his first two fights in the UFC, right? Made his debut against John Castaneda. Just didn't look like the fighter we saw, on the regional scene. And then comes back against Said Nurmagomedov, and we see nothing out of him. He gets choked out by a ninja choke, but for being real, anybody gets choked out by that ninja choke from Said, who's got a nasty, nasty front choke like that. It's a tough fight to call, though. I don't know. I do kind of agree with that idea that he's not as bad as he's, made out to be. But I feel like the big thing here for Kang will be the reach and the height. Usually I don't look into that too much. Obviously, check if a fighter has a height or a reach advantage, disadvantage. But I feel like in a fight like this, that's so close. Little things like that are really going to matter, man. I feel like Kyung-Ho Kang fights, safely. He could win, but again, Gafurov. The thing I'd want to pick Gafurov, but he's too, he's a one-shot fighter, man. He'll just throw that one shot and that's it, man. I
don't know. Like he has some good little explosions. That's how he really his striking offense is. Like he really just bursts in with those quick combinations.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. That's it. You don't see constant strikes from the guy.
I mean, yes, that's true. Yeah, but I don't know because Kyung-Ho Kang doesn't have the highest output is the thing. Like he's good and he's safe and he's technical and the reach is going to be a big tool of his. But it's not like he's always pressing the action, always pressing the gas. Like I think Muin Gafurov is probably going to be the one, trying to press the action, trying to be the one on the offensive for the most part. I think Kyung-Ho Kang is going to be the counter striker. But the thing is, he's the much cleaner striker. He's very well rounded. Like even if Gafurov tries to take this fight to the ground at any point, I think Kang he's very comfortable off of his back. He's very comfortable in scrambles and stuff like that. So I don't know, man. It's a really close fight. I don't know what the line is, but I don't even know who the favorite is. But
Gafurov's like -150 off the top of my head.
Yeah, I don't know because I think just because of that, the output might be higher for him. So if it's damage over control, he might win based off of that. But Kang is really clean in his approach. Like I could definitely see him being or landing some really clean shots from a distance to hurt Gafurov. So I don't know, man. It's tough. Who you got though?
Tough fight. Very,
really
very
like
50.
him.
I think it goes the distance. I think it's probably a split. I don't know. I'll just
Yeah.
say Kang. I'll say Kang. Okay, why not? I really like. I think the fight goes the distance. That's.
I agree with that. I'll go Gafurov. I just think he maybe has more ways to win with the or not. I don't even know if that's even true, to be honest. I'm just picking him. I think the output might be higher. That's all. That's really my only reason. But no confidence because I like Kang Ho Kang. Like looking at the tape, I liked Kyung Ho Kang better. I just don't know. Like styles make fights, obviously, and Gafurov is not. He keeps a high pace, so I like that about him.
Yeah, agreed. Next fight. Let's move
Next
on.
fight.
Cool. Renat Fakhretdinov versus Nick Dalby.
I like this one.
What do you think about it?
Yeah, man. Look, I mean, Nicholas Dalby, he's got that very distinct style. Like he's very tough, very hard nosed. He knows how to eat a shot, keep coming forward. And he swings those overhands. He tries to land with that big shot, and he does have good, solid offensive wrestling of his own. The one thing about him and the one thing about Renat is like Nicholas Dalby gets hit a lot. Like he gets hit a ton. And Renat Fakhretdinov hits like a freaking truck, man. Like especially in the early rounds, bro, when he's winging them shits with full strength. If he connects, he's probably gonna hurt you really bad. So I don't want Nicholas Dalby to come in there thinking that he, has this long leash and he's gonna be fine in the pocket because he's not. Like if he gets clocked, it's probably gonna be lights out. But if he's able to, I don't see him eating a lot of those shots though. That's the thing. Like I'm saying, if he's able to drag it out, he has that style and that cardio to be able to pull away late and make Renat work and then start to turn the tide. But I don't think that's going to be the case because I really see an early finish for Renat, man. I just think Dalby gets hit too much and Renat hits too hard. That's what it comes down to for me.
So you're going Renat?
I tried to convince myself Dalby because I don't like the line is why, but I don't think Renat's like minus whatever he is, like 450 on some books or whatever the fuck. Oh no, 350, 360. I don't know. Maybe he is, but I don't know. I just think that there's a chance that Dalby, if he's able to eat a lot of those shots, if he's able to stuff some takedowns early and drag it out, then he could win this fight for sure because he's got crazy cardio and good power of his own and he's got heart, bro. That's it. But Fakhretdinov is just so dangerous early, especially. So I don't know. I think the odds are higher that he lands and puts Dalby out.
Yeah, fair. I don't think he's gonna knock him out. I think this is gonna go the distance.
You think it's going the distance?
Well, let me break it down. We look at that Alessio Zaleski dos Santos fight, Fakhretdinov's last fight, right? He wasn't able to get sorry, something's going on downstairs. He wasn't able to get Zaleski out of there early. And what happened? Zaleski arguably won that fight. If you say Zaleski won that fight, I'm not mad at you at all. I mean, he dropped him, hurt him bad in round 3. And this is why I was considering Dalby at first. What did Dalby do in his last fight? He broke Gabriel.
But that was
broke him.
Oh, yeah.
So, looking in when I first saw this fight, I'm like, man, one guy loves to break and one guy had kind of got broke in his last fight. But then you look more into it, and you know what this fight kind of reminds me of? And obviously it's not the same level, but it kind of reminds me of Islam Volk 1 compared to Islam Volk 2. I say that in the fact that Islam Volk 1 took place in Australia. Islam Volk 2 took place in Abu Dhabi. And you really see there are different like weight cutting restrictions in like Abu Dhabi and Saudi. And you really got to see Islam was more filled out and just looked better when it, came to the second fight, in the UAE. I feel like Renat won't be as drained. We look at Renat versus Brian Battle. He went all 15 minutes easy. And then all of a sudden against Zaleski, this guy had nothing, after half the fight. So I think the fact that this is in Saudi Arabia favors him massively. I feel like he'll, I know that there are less weight cutting restrictions. I believe he'll be able to use IV to rehydrate, if I'm not mistaken. I think this. But again, Rohan, he doesn't want to bust his load. Pause. So if it gets past that round 1, man, I think he's really, really, even in round 1, I think he's really conservative. I think he's just going to be conservative in this fight. I don't think he takes too many risks. I don't think he throws too many bombs. I think he wants to conserve his stamina, and I think Fakhretdinov will win a decision. I think we see the Fakhretdinov that demolished Kevin Lee, that ran through Brian Battle. I think we see the return of that guy. Yeah.
Yeah, that's fair. I mean, at the end of the day, like he's got a lot of tools in his arsenal. Like he's got that big power, but again, it's all about how he chooses to use it. Like he could press the action and go all out, but I don't know. That's probably not the smartest approach. So yeah, I mean, if it does go to decision, it's gonna be tough though, because Dalby down the stretch, I don't know, bro. Like he has a way of just of making things dirty and making the fight ugly and kind of just sneaking shots in there that stun his opponent in the pocket and stuff like that. Like I could definitely see that. So yeah, I don't know. It might be worth taking a shot live if Fakhretdinov starts to look like an overwhelming favorite and the live odds suggest that, then it could be worth taking a big shot on or a little shot on Dalby, because he's live to come back late. Yeah, that's all I'll say.
Theo Canning, moderator, says the location of this fight changes a lot. I agree. Also got Baba, speaking in a different language apparently. Yeah, I think that's all I really got. Who do you think Renat's big motivation is? What's his big motivation?
Khabib? I don't know. He doesn't fight like. I mean, sometimes he does. Sometimes he does.
Does he have like a disability like Sharaputin?
Not a obvious one. I don't know. Shara's is very obvious. I don't think Renat seems like a pretty, simple guy. I don't think he's motivated by
Allah.
Oh, and Allah, yeah, of course.
All right, there we go. Let's move on. Next fight. What we got? We got Muhammad Naimov. Ooh, this is a good fight. Muhammad Naimov versus Felipe Lima.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just gonna be outright honest, and I'll let you go first here. I got to do more tape on Lima. This fight got announced like 2 days ago. I had a big time read on Naimov Bagdasaryan. I mean, I was confident in Naimov in that fight.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. I'm kind of in the same boat as you. I'm kind of a little uninformed about this match.
I got it. I've seen a few fights from Lima.
Yeah,
I want to do an entire career rundown, which is what I do for all these debutants.
Yeah.
So yeah, I got to do more. But here's what I think. I think Lima's really good. I think he's really good. He's an Octagon, which is one of the top regional promotions. He's an Octagon champion. This guy's very athletic. He scrambles very well, and he's just an all-around really good fighter.
Mm-hmm.
The problem is that he's a bantamweight, and he's moving up to 145 against a guy against Naimov, who's already physically strong.
Yeah.
I think it's gonna be tough. I think Naimov. I think the physicality is with him all day, every day. I think he drops round 1. I think this fight could go to split decision. I just feel like as the fight goes on, it's Naimov all day, every day. Another thing about Naimov gets away with cheating. Like, I don't know if you've seen that Naimov-Nathaniel Wood fight. Dude, this dude cheated so many times and got away with it and won. I mean, this guy, he knows how to win. I'll say that. I don't think he's lost. I don't think he's lost in the UFC.
Yeah, no, he is 11-2, but
so I'm gonna go and plug my phone in while you talk about what you know about this fight, but I'll be here. I can still hear you. Kind of.
To be honest, I really don't have much to add. Like, I think, just based off what you said and like what I know about Naimov, just based off of what he's done in the sport already, I think like he should be the favorite. But again, he's not a big favorite for a reason. Like, Lima's a really good fighter. But yeah, I do have to do a little more tape study on Lima as well, and just this matchup as a whole, because I do the little side-by-side comparison, and that's where I really see what stands out. So I'm gonna do that with these two. But yeah, I'm not gonna really add a prediction or anything for that matchup as of yet. But
all right, go on to the next fight. What do we got? You can hear me right now, right?
Yeah, I got you. The next fight, we got Nasrat Haqparast and Jared Gordon. I like this fight a lot, to be honest with you. Nasrat Haqparast, he's coming off 2 wins now. Landon Quinones, actually 3 wins in a row. John Makdessi, then Landon Quinones, then most recently Jamie Malarkey, and he looked good against Malarkey, obviously getting that first round finish. And I'm a fan of Nasrat. I think like he's been in there with some tough guys. I think his last 2 losses, Bobby Green, Dan Hooker, those are tough fighters, especially for somebody that's built and has the style of Nasrat, one of the shorter, stockier guys, boxing heavy approach, looks to, get in and out to land those power shots. It's tougher against those, guys that like to pick at you from a range. That's what Dan and Bobby both look to do. Look, Jared Gordon might seem like the type of guy to try to do that, but he's not that type of guy. Jared Gordon is not as clean of a fighter as either Bobby Green or Dan Hooker, and he doesn't have crazy power. And like that Drew Dober loss, like he lost to Drew Dober, but he got knocked out. I don't think Jared Gordon has the potential to knock out Haqparast in this fight. To be honest, I think Haqparast has all the finishing potential. To be honest with you, and I like him everywhere in this fight. I think the one thing he'll have to worry about is if the fight goes to the ground. I think Gordon might be the better grappler. He might have the better offensive grappling, better submission game. I think that's where the danger lies in this fight. But as long as Nasrat keeps this fight standing, I think he's gonna have a pretty simple time in there. Like it's pretty straightforward. Get in and out, just just watch the jab. I think Jared Gordon's gonna look to work behind that jab and get in there, make it ugly. But Nasrat, if he just fights at his distance and looks to just get in and out, land those big shots, I think he's gonna win this fight. Based on damage, and might even get a finish, to be honest. I really like him in this spot. And what is he, like a -250 favorite or something like that? Yeah, I like him. Yeah.
Here's the thing about this fight. At first, now I have a lot of things to say about this fight. At first, I didn't have a good read, right? Two, I was considering betting on Jared Gordon. I mean, I see this guy at +210 against Nasrat. Like, I was kind of thinking about it, man. Jared Gordon coming off a nice knockout. Jared Gordon, had a competitive fight. Sorry, against Mark Madsen. He knocked him out, right? He coming off a good win, right? Although he was a shitty fighter, he looked good. Did it easily. But as I was saying, had a fight with Bobby Green that he was winning up until, he got illegally headbutted. I was thinking about it, but then, like, you look into it more, and I was asking some people that I trust the read on the fight because I was thinking about betting Jared Gordon, and I felt like it was a trap, but at the same time I didn't. And the main thing I'm hearing is that Jared Gordon doesn't really fight strikers, right? He hasn't really had a long fight with a striker. Like who he's fighting.
Let me read you because it's actually very interesting. He hasn't seen a striker at all. He's fighting Mark Madsen, wrestler, Paddy Pimblett, mainly a grappler, Leandro Santos, mainly a grappler, Grant Dawson, mainly a wrestler, Joe Selecki, mainly like he hasn't seen anybody that's really just gonna try and say, okay, stand and strike with me, and that's what Nasrat's gonna do. Like that's what he's gonna do. And he's powerful, bro. He's powerful and he's fast. Like he's sharp with his hands. He's very sharp. He doesn't really kick that much. He mainly just throws naked leg kicks here and there. I think if Jared Gordon tries to pull this fight to the ground and implement his grappling, I think he could have some success. Like he's not a bad fighter. I don't want anybody to misinterpret me here. I just think Nasrat in the striking is just much more live for a finish. That's where this comes down to. And he's just probably going to be the minute winner as well. I think Jared Gordon has a tough time with guys that really know how to operate in the pocket and can hurt you in the pocket as well. Like he's not all that willing to engage in like an all-out firefight. So I don't think so. I think Nasrat got it.
Yeah, I think I'm going to predict Nasrat as well. As I mentioned, I just don't think Jared Gordon is really, he's fought the caliber of striker as a Nasrat, but, he hasn't seen it in a while, especially for a long fight. Nasrat, another thing, I mean, look at that Landon Quinones fight. Yes, I feel like it was closer than it should have been, but the thing that stuck out to me there was the output. Like, this guy did not slow down at all. At all. I mean, he was on fire that entire fight. He was in the pocket. He was peppering him with shots. Yeah, he got hit a few times as well, and it was closer than I thought it was going to be because I had this dude in a fucking parlay at Juice, which I probably shouldn't have done, even though he won 30-27. But just he's improving. He's improving. I probably just have no money in this fight. I'll probably watch. I like the overs. What's the overs? What are the overs?
Let me check.
I mean, I think this gets over 1.5, but I think that's probably what, like -250, -300.
Let me see. The over 2.5 is -210.
Jesus. So what is 1.5 -400?
Over 1.5 -400. Yep, -400. That's the only line out right now, though, so it could change. But yeah,
I mean, I don't mind it in a parlay. Do what you got to do, but I feel like I don't
even fucking like that to me. I really don't like the over 2.5. I'm not even gonna lie.
Who's getting finished?
I don't know, bro. I just think No, I don't see a finish, but I think there's potential for it. Like, I'm scared to do that in a parlay. I don't know. I don't like the price, but it is. I don't know.
Fair.
I'm a little scared. I think Nasrat could finish him here, bro. That's all.
I want to take time here to shout out our sponsors. We got a few sponsors, folks.
Yes, sir.
Number one, Betting Hero. Shout out to Betting Hero. If you guys want all the best deals on DraftKings Underdog, we've got our own links now. We're giving out free bets for these specific platforms. Yeah, we've had a few free bets. If you want to get our codes and whatnot, just go to our posts recently. We did an underdog play that didn't hit last week, but still, if you use code Counterpunch on underdog, you'll get $250 on your first deposit. That's pretty damn good. So shout out to Betting Hero. Everybody over there, they're great people and great people to work with as well. Also, Sharps, the Sharps app, pretty much the social media of sports betting. The link to our Sharps page is in the description of this video. We haven't tracked the bet in a while, but we're gonna get back on that this weekend. We're gonna track a bet on Sharps. We're gonna give a free bet out there. Yeah, stay tuned if you want to join and see everybody else's bets for this upcoming UFC card. Just click the link in the description of this video. Not right now though, because we're talking about this next fight, and we got Johnny Walker, Volkan Oezdemir. I'm looking forward to it. What do you got?
That's another tough one, bro. Holy shit. I mean, look, I think it's interesting. I was watching this YouTube video of these two guys breaking it down, and one of them was like, it's weird because the trajectory feels so different, but they're the same age, about the same age. They've been in the UFC for practically the same amount of years, but it feels like Volkan's like kind of on his way out while Johnny is kind of getting his shit together, like potentially looking to be a threat. But I don't think so. The thing is with Johnny is he is so freaking inconsistent, so unreliable in his style, the way he approaches his fights. You never know with this guy. You just never know. He's like Michel Pereira, like a little less crazy. But this guy, I mean, like he sometimes comes there and does nothing. He sometimes comes there and puts on the most boring performance you've ever seen. Throws one strike at a time. You know, is just sitting at a distance doing nothing. But then sometimes he goes in there like a wild man, looking to end the fight in 10 seconds. And then he either gets finished or he gets a nice knockout. So you just never know what to think or what to expect with Johnny Walker. But then on the other hand, Volkan Oezdemir, I mean, this guy, like he's coming off a big win in his last fight against Bogdan Guskov. He looked really good. He weathered a nice, it wasn't really a storm. He kind of dominated him in that little minute that it ended. But he looked good. He looked good. And I don't know, man. I just think this fight has the potential to be one of those fights where it's both of them kind of recognizing the moment, recognizing that it's kind of a big name, a big spot, and they want to take their time. And then eventually they just gas out. Like I could see this being both of them kind of slow down at the end of the fight, and this kind of just gets ugly and hard to watch because they're not really, throwing with any conviction. Because both of them are very similar in the way that they fight when they're kind of taking their time. I think Johnny's the better athlete. I think he's the better athlete. He's more dangerous. He's faster. He's a little more powerful than Volkan. I think he mixes up his weapons a little better. But Volkan, he takes his time. Like he doesn't rush things. He takes his time. He's a little plodding and slow, but when he gets in the pocket to land those big shots, he can put you out like he did in his last fight. So Johnny got to be careful. But if he's too careful and doesn't commit to anything, then it's going to be a really ugly fight, I think. So I really don't know. I think the line is dead even. I really don't know, bro. I have no idea. I'm not even going to make a prediction. I have no idea for this fight. I have no idea.
Now, before I give a prediction, and I'll tell you this, I'm actually kind of confident in a fighter here. Who do you think I'm going to take before I break it down?
Like we've been confident together in Johnny Walker in the past, so I kind of want to say him, but like he's coming off that really bad performance by Magomedov, but it's Magomedov, so I'm going to say Johnny Walker is your confident pick.
Yeah, I'm kind of confident in Johnny, man, to be honest.
Okay.
Do you remember what I told you the story about Johnny Walker and his THC?
Yeah.
Johnny Walker.
I know, he's been a different fighter. He has.
Johnny Walker. So this is before the Ion Cutelaba fight, right? Johnny Walker had a string of fights that sucked, right? Or that either sucked or he was, on the losing end in devastating fashion. I'm talking about the Jamal Hill fight. I'm talking about what am I talking about? The Thiago Santos fight.
Which was a horrible fight.
He just didn't look the same. And I remember heading into his Ion Cutelaba fight, he did an interview and he was like, I was taking these CBD gummies, right? And I didn't know there was actual weed in them. And I was taking them for so long and I just became lazy and tired and I just wasn't the same Johnny Walker. And I stopped doing those now and I'm a different man now. And, you know, the regular person watching that interview would be like, wow, that means, you know, absolutely nothing. This guy sucks now. But I believe him because, you know, that's what THC does to you, man. And especially if you do it a lot. If you do it a lot, like he said, he's taking it multiple times a day. That's what happened. So I believed him. He was what, +2 something against Ion Cutelaba.
Yeah, that I didn't like that line either. I thought I was with you.
Destroyed him. Destroyed Paul Craig. Who else did he destroy? Or was that Ion Cutelaba in this first fight? Yeah, it was. Ion Cutelaba destroyed him. Destroyed Paul Craig. Didn't destroy Anthony Smith, but he beat Anthony Smith. Looked good. Fought Ankalaev in the first fight. Illegal need, whatever, and then gets knocked out in the next fight. But it's Magomed Ankalaev. This guy's really, really, really good. Here's the thing. This is another one of those fights that is very close, and I'm going to look at the tail of the tape, man. I'm going to be a simple guy here. When I see a close fight, I'm going to look at the tail of the tape, and I see an 8-inch reach advantage for Johnny Walker. I see a 4-inch height advantage for Johnny Walker. I see Volkan Oezdemir, you know, being knocked out before, being finished 4 times. Johnny Walker being an athletic beast. Volkan Oezdemir, can he catch Johnny Walker? Maybe. When was the last time Volkan Oezdemir got a knockout? 2017.
Yeah.
No. Apologies. 2019. But that was Alir Latifi. Like, okay, you could do that to Alir Latifi. I think Johnny Walker gets it done, man. I think there's a step down, massive step down, going from Ankalaev, who I'm very high on, who I think could be the champion today, to what's his name? To Volkan. I think Walker is smart, yet crazy smart, if that makes sense. Like if he, you know, is Johnny Walker, but also was aware of what Oezdemir is throwing, I think he can make it look fairly easy.
Yeah, I mean, look, this all comes down to what Johnny Walker we're going to see. I hope that that's the Johnny Walker we see and that he's confident, but not cocky and not arrogant in his sport, like confident, like competent. Because when he's confident and he knows, like, okay, I can sit back, I can take my time, but when I throw, I'm gonna throw with power, I'm gonna throw with conviction, I'm gonna throw because I know I can land this shot. Like he looks like a different fighter, and you can just tell when he feels confident. I think that should be the case because Volkan, like when he sees that upper level competition and those more talented fighters, which I think Johnny is. He tends to struggle. So yeah, I'm with you. You know, you've kind of convinced me. I think I'm gonna pick Johnny Walker in this fight. And yeah, I mean, look, the line is at a good price if you're pretty confident in Johnny Walker. I mean, you're getting him at -110, and he is the more talented fighter. I think he's by far the more talented fighter. It's just gonna come down to his IQ. That's it. But
I was just gonna say that. Like, I haven't got to Johnny Walker betting, although I'm slightly confident on him. I haven't gotten to betting that money line at even odds because it's Johnny Walker. He's a retard.
Exactly. It's scary. It's a scary matchup. But again, like you're kind of making me confident in Johnny now. I think he's the better fighter. Like I just really think when you think about the matchup, he's the better fighter between the two. As long as he's safe, but not too safe, I think he wins this fight. So I'm gonna side with you, and I'm gonna side with Johnny Walker because I think he's a good fighter. I do.
I'm with you, man. I'm with you. What do we got next? Is Shara next?
I believe so. Bro, I'm opening so many Tapology pages. My shit. Yes, Xiao versus Antonio Trocoli. You had a pretty bold take earlier, so I'm gonna let you just go ahead and continue what you were saying from the start.
Okay, well, you can hear me right now.
I'm
grabbing my charger.
Oh,
You can hear me, right? I got the mic. I'm just making sure. We're talking about Trocoli versus Xiao.
And so this guy Antonio Trocoli is getting passed around, bro. He's got to be tired. I mean,
Antonio Trocoli is probably the definition of a UFC whore, UFC prostitute. It's getting passed around.
They're using him, bro. They're saying fill in here, fight this guy. He doesn't know what he's doing.
He doesn't know, but he's here. Wait, sorry, I'm just trying to figure. Can I charge does this work? No. I may have to unplug my mic, my brand new beautiful mic. Where's my computer at? Oh no, 10%.
I mean, I'll let you know we still hear you fine. if you want to try.
Okay, let me know. Wait, no, I'm scared. Hold on, fuck. All right, I'm gonna do it.
All right, you're muted now. You're muted on my screen, it says. So I can't hear you. And if I can't hear you, I don't think the people can hear you either. You said, "Am I good now?" I don't think you are good because I can't hear you.
How about now?
Oh,
How about
you're
now?
good. You're good. I can hear you.
We're good. Okay, I'm gonna put the. It's not as good now, right? But we're still here.
I mean, no, it's fine. To be honest, it's fine though.
Okay, I'll let this charge for the next fight, and then we'll go back to the old setting. But yeah, we're talking about Shara versus
Xiao versus Antonio Trocoli, the UFC's whore.
You're so excited about this fight. You go ahead.
No, I'm not excited. I kind of am just because it's a Shara fight. Like, I think the UFC's trying to build this guy into a star, and like he has the makings of a star. He's got a big personality, obviously a big backstory, like a big background. Where let's be real, he's kind of like a real life villain. But it's kind of cool. Like he plays the part. He's got that one eye. He wears an eye patch sometimes. He comes in there with that, brash attitude, like he's gonna fuck everybody up, and he does, bro. He goes in there and he puts on some nasty, very entertaining performances, man. Like he's a really, really dangerous striker. I love his striking, to be honest. It's very beautiful. He's fast. He mixes up his hands and his kicks. He kicks at a distance. He'll mix it up with the spinning attacks. He'll kick to the body, kick to the legs, like throw one kick at a time, but you don't see it because he hides it so well. He's very, very talented on the feet. The one thing about him is if you are able to survive that first onslaught that he comes with, if you're able to drag the fight out and implement that wrestling, kind of wear on him a little bit, make him guess and make him a little uncomfortable, then he kind of could start to wane. And I don't know, like you're saying, Trocoli, that's going to be his whole approach. He's going to come in there with the mindset of, I got to take this down. I got to hold this guy down. I got to probably try to submit this guy. And who knows, like he could do this. We don't know much about Trocoli is the thing. We don't even have much tape on him. We don't even know this guy's deal. Like he could come in here and completely steal Shara's hype. Who knows? I don't know. I think if Shara is able to keep this fight standing for any extended period, he's gonna do what he always does and just put on a clinic on the feet. So I really see an early stoppage. But I don't know, man. It has scary potential. So go ahead.
I mean, like, how are we not mentioning the Bruno Silva fight once?
No, I'm saying, okay, because we talked about it a little bit, we alluded to it, but yes, you're right. He got exposed. I'm not even going to hide it. He got exposed. I'm sitting there watching thinking, he's going to run through Bruno Silva. He looked good, like he was going to run through him early. And then obviously as the fight went on, he kind of ran into a wall, and Bruno Silva, who's not a good wrestler, I know you're going to say that, he's not a good wrestler, and he started to have a lot of success with the wrestling, which is very scary. Again, that's a really scary thing to consider.
I'm trying to get you to talk into,
No, I agree. I get it. And I'm seeing your points. I think, like, we don't know a lot about Trocoli. Who knows? This guy could come in here and be an actually very talented wrestler, have some nasty takedown entries, know how to stick and move on the feet, and somehow get in there and bring the fight to the ground. I just think that if Shara is able to keep, because he doesn't get into the pocket. That's the thing about Shara. Like, he doesn't create those kind of exchanges. And sometimes when he does, it's when he gets overconfident. Like against Bruno Silva, he started throwing those dumbass flying knees and dumbass other strikes to get in range for Bruno Silva to be able to take him down. If he just chills, feels it out, then notices, I've got this guy, and then goes in for the kill, I think he'll have success. But if he goes right off the bat and tries to do some dumb shit and Trocoli's able to get it to the ground, it could be ugly for him. But I think he's gonna, do what he always does, sit back, pick him apart from a distance. That's what I see.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think Trocoli's great, don't get me wrong. But the fact that you've got this guy sitting at plus 500, a guy, a grappler, a wrestler, after Bruno Silva took him down 3-4 times, and as soon as he got him down, held him down, how can you not take that price tag? I see people commenting on the post I just made about this fight saying, how are you going to bet on a guy stepping in on 3 days' notice? This guy isn't stepping in on 3 days' notice. This guy has been in camp for the last 2 months. He was supposed to fight Omar Sy, right? Pulled out. I'm assuming went right back to training, got another fight scheduled a week later against Ikram. That fight just got canceled, 4 or 5 days ago? And now he's here. Now he's here in Saudi Arabia, just got announced a few hours ago. I just feel like I feel, don't get me wrong, right? Prediction. If I have to predict who's going to win this fight, I'm going to predict Sharputin Magomedov wins this fight, probably by knockout, because we just don't know enough about Trocoli. However, we do know, based off his contender fight, even if he's on the roids or if he's not on the roids anymore, that he's going to try to get it to the mat and that he's a big guy and that he'll probably miss weight, right? He'll probably miss weight. This guy has started and it started cuts and stopped cuts a few times now. I mean, this guy's probably not going to make weight if we're being real. He'll probably come in like 3-4 pounds overweight.
Yeah.
I feel like at plus 500 against a guy in Sharputin who's just not proven at all, you have to take it. It's not proven versus not proven. Yes, Sharputin's a little bit more proven because he's had a fight in the UFC. He's won 30-27 on all cards, and he's looked really, really good on the feet. But at the same time, the guy has no takedown defense whatsoever. Bruno Silva, you said it, but I'm going to say it again. That's not a wrestler. That's a guy who throws bombs. And he was able to take him down and control him. Trocoli, we could be in for a big, big, big upset, though. I'm not going to predict it. I'm going to predict Shara gets a knockout in round 2.
I don't know, bro. This guy's had one win by finish in the last 10 years. Like, even if he does get it to the ground, what are the chances like he actually finds a submission? Like, I don't know.
Are we counting the steroid finish as a finish?
Oh, he was on steroids too?
On the Contender Series. That's why it says no contest.
Oh, no, yeah. But I'm talking about the one after that. The one after that, he got the rear naked choke, and that was like in the Brazilian fighting series. So who knows what kind of competition that was? I mean, I don't know. Like the odds that he actually finds a finish, even if he is gonna get to the fight to the ground. Like Bruno Silva got the fight to the ground. Was Shar able to get back up like at all, or was because
no.
Yeah. That's the thing. Like but he was exhausted. He was exhausted by that point because the output was so high. I just think like it's not gonna last that long. I really don't think it's gonna last that long. But again, if it does, that's why you're explaining there's value, and that's why it's worth the shot. Like if it does extend that far, then there's a value there. But I don't see it, man. I just think Shar is gonna freaking run through this guy. But I don't know, man.
Run through. I'm ready to move on to the next fight, but then you just said, like, how is he going to just run through this guy?
He's going to run through him, bro. He's going to run through him.
How does he win the fight? You mean exactly?
He's going to fucking knock his ass into the next dimension. He's nasty, bro. He's got nasty combos. Like, he was hitting Bruno Silva with some nasty stuff, bro. Nasty stuff. And Bruno Silva's tough. Like, he ate a lot of shots from Alex Pereira, like, that we're not
Chris Weidman finished Bruno Silva and Sharputin couldn't.
I know, but didn't Chris Weidman fight him after Shar did?
Yeah.
So Shar did the damage. You didn't think about that. Chris saw the wash version. But nah, look. I think if it again, yeah, I think there's a good bet to do like the little the double chance, like Shara by knockout or Antonio by decision. I like that.
We got a betting expert here.
I like that. No, what I mean, I'm saying like those seem to be the two best to victory. I think Shara either knocks him out early, or because I mean I really don't see a submission. I don't think he's gonna get subbed. So I could see either an early knockout or Trocoli winning by a weird decision where he survives. But again, he's so unproven. I would stay away, bro. Stay away from this fight. You don't know. Stay away. That's my advice. That's my advice. Oh yeah. Take the little shot. Take a little sprinkle, but that's it.
There you go. That's all I'm saying. There you go. Move on. Cool. We got my boy Chibos. He's back.
He's back. Our loyal fan, bro. You're our guy for real.
Chibos, who are you? Where do I know you from? I don't recognize the name. And Eye Poke City. Yeah, that was the Weidman fight. It was, don't get me wrong, it was Eye Poke. But the fact that I don't give a fuck if it was an eye poke. Sharputin should have finished Bruno Silva. Bruno Silva looked so bad in that Sharputin fight. He looked
bad.
Sharputin should have knocked that dude out in one round. But
yeah.
I don't know. This Trocoli fight going to be interesting. I personally, here's how I see the fight going. I see Trocoli getting takedowns early. I feel he wins round 1, and I feel as soon as the second round hits, he gasses the fuck out. And I think Sharpton wins in round 2.
Colin Hebert.
Oh, it's my boy. What's up, Colin? How you doing, man? That's my guy. He's loyal. He's been with us for like a year.
Bro. That's
That's loyal right there. That's loyalty.
Day one.
But yeah, I just feel like Sharpton does win. However, at plus 500, Trocoli, we have no proof that this guy's gonna gas out. That's the only thing. We have no proof whatsoever. This guy's gone. How many decision wins does he have? A bunch.
A bunch, yeah.
Four decision wins, but at the same time, he only has 12 wins in total. So a third of his wins have gone the distance. So
4 wins by decision, 5 wins by sub, but 1 in the last 10 years. I don't know, bro. He's really unproven. He really, like, the organizations he was fighting on, they're not like the most credentialed. Like, I don't know, bro. I mean, Legacy he fought at, that's pretty cool. But I don't know. I like Shara. I like one-eyed. Michael Bisping, big motivation. Big motivation for me. Big motivation. So he's gonna win. He's gonna pull that Michael Bisping spirit.
You know? Whatever. I'm not even gonna fight about it. Twitter. We got 12 people watching from Twitter. Can somebody comment on, like, I know probably you guys are probably like in bed relaxing, but if any one of you guys can, just comment. I just want to make sure these Twitter comments are working. We got 23 total people in here right now. Shout out to all you guys. The last time we went live was probably like 9 months ago, and that was just doing a fight reaction. We've never done it before, ever. So we're gonna try to make this more of a regular thing. If you guys enjoy it, clearly you do. Everybody that's came in, we've kept. So yeah, we've got how many more fights? Three more fights.
3 fights, bro. Let's get to it. I'm ready to fucking talk.
Well, my boy Colin's gotta say something. I've been here since you posted the unit breakdown around May last year, dude.
Hey,
Colin, bro. We were May 2023. We were in that shitty room at school, just making shitty videos. We've really Colin. Can we agree? Like, we've leveled up big time, right? I'd say
let us know in the comments below if we shout out.
Shout out. Let's go.
Nick, shout out. What's up, bro? Yo, like, we're leveling up and we're gonna keep leveling up. That's the thing. Like, we're about to take over the YouTube media. I mean, the UFC YouTube space. Like, there's nobody really breaking it down like us, bro. We know what the fuck we're saying, bro. And y'all know, because y'all see the bets. Y'all are in the Discord. Y'all are in the YouTube, the Instagram. You guys know, bro. We know. We watch and we know. And we're coming from all over the world. He's dropping Philippines flags, I believe, in the comments. Wait,
don't fuck that up. Is that Philippines?
Wait, hold on. Let me not be. I think so. I'm really good with flags, so I think so.
Well, let me look it up.
I think so. Yeah. Don't tell me I got it wrong.
You're right.
Hey, I told you. See, we got the global fan base. We got the global fan base, and we're gonna only keep growing. So, yo, tell your friend to tell another friend to tell their friend. Do we watch ONE FC? Hell yeah. We watch ONE FC. Whenever there's a live stream of ONE FC, I'm always in that bitch. Like, I don't do it often, but because, like, they come on at weird times.
Muay Thai, talking about Muay Thai.
Oh, Muay Thai especially. I mean, guys, I'm speaking to you directly, bro. I don't know why Muay Thai is not a bigger sport, because it's amazing. I mean, nonstop action, nonstop violence, guys trying to kill each other. They're using the elbows. I mean, boom, boom with the knees. It's just nonstop. I love it, bro. Rodtang Jitwanam, one of my favorite fighters. All those guys, like, in ONE FC. The Muay Thai is so great. And then also you got the jiu-jitsu that they do, and the Rotolo brothers who made the headlines. They were in ONE FC as well. Like, I think Muay Thai has got to be just as big as kickboxing, if not bigger, bro. I love Muay Thai. So yeah, I hope we get more Muay Thai fighters that transition to the UFC too. Because recently Tatsudo Taira, I'm getting a little off track, but bro, he looked so good. And there were a few other guys on that card that were just using the knees and the elbows so well. Like, that's a dying breed in MMA. I wish we saw that more often. So yeah, fucks with that.
Yeah. 100%. Yeah. With me, whenever I get to watch ONE FC, I'll watch Muay Thai specifically. I'll probably tune into the MMA a little bit more, but I know all about Rodtang. I know all about Superlek. I know a lot about, Superlek over there. I remember watching that fight. My friend showed me that fight. I've never been into one Muay Thai, but my buddy showed me that one Muay Thai fight. That was the first Muay Thai fight that I really sat down and watched between Rodtang and Superlek. And it was just incredible. I personally thought Rodtang won the fight. Superlek got the nod. But it was a really, really cool fight to watch. ONE FC though, it's so crazy. Earlier today, I was watching Cade Rutolo's MMA day. I mean, bro, the fact that he was like playing with, I was talking to my uncle about this the other day, actually, because he'll tune into one now and then as well. And he was telling me like a week ago, I didn't even watch. He was like, dude, this guy Rutolo, he was on the feet. He was just toying with him, just messing around. And then as soon as he wanted to get to the ground, he just shot a takedown and just literally.
When people know how to freaking grapple, it's different because you can get a takedown from whenever timing you want, whatever the position. When you know how to get a proper takedown entry, get the fight to the mat, and when you chain wrestle, chain grapple, however you want to say it, just man, it's beautiful to watch. And those guys, they're some of the best in the sport with that. So yeah, it's gonna be cool to watch their MMA journeys. But let's get into this next fight because we're rambling. We're going off.
I wanted to say though, like that's kind of like me versus you, right?
What? Oh,
Cade on the mat. Cade on the ground. And
yeah, me getting the fight to the mat whenever I want. I hope that's
vice versa.
Oh man, bro, you're gonna fool the people. You're gonna trick the people, bro. That's crazy. You can't bamboozle them.
Am I coming out of the good mic now? Did you hear me tapping?
I hear you. Yeah, you're sounding good. Yeah,
I'm back. Am I back on the good mic? Let me just. But yeah, for those that don't know, this guy. Rohan, I was just joking. This guy Rohan's very, very MMA. I remember he like flying triangled me the other day. It was horrible. Almost hurt my head.
Yeah, bro. If y'all didn't post that graphic that y'all made 20 units on 284, I probably wouldn't be here. Says Cheebles. Yo, bro. That was a big night.
UFC 284. Yeah. We've had some big nights since then, though. What? UFC 299, UFC 300, we actually lost like a very little amount of money, which kind of sucks. But UFC 301 made 11 units on that. That was huge. What did I want to show? I want to show one more thing before we get into the fight. And I appreciate everybody, all 23, all tuning in. You guys got to tell me, do I have a good question mark kick? Let me know.
Oh, no, don't show him, bro. Oh,
let me know. Do I got a good question mark kick? I'm sparring my buddy Jay. Ready? Wait, okay, throw a leg kick. He knows what he's doing. All right, guys. I'll spar now and then. Okay, hold on. Wait for it.
No.
Come on, bro. Come on.
You need a little bit more turn on it. You need a little more whip.
I wasn't going for it. Okay. Hold on. Let me demonstrate. I wasn't going for it completely.
Oh, he's doing it live for you. Oh, now. Okay, right now you got pressure. Hold on.
Wait, no, you can't see its bad angle. Hold on, let me turn over here. Can you hear me over here? The mic's working. Like we're good.
Right. Yeah, you're good.
Wait. Like, come on, bro. Like,
okay, that looks pretty good. That was pretty good, right?
You're a pro, so you got to tell me.
He's right. Nah, he's right. If you connect, it's probably lights out. You're probably right.
Right? And then how about this one more thing?
No, you remember when we were sparring and then you threw it and then you pulled it back last second against that one dude?
That was hype. That was hype.
Exactly. So, yeah, I've seen it too.
One more thing. Tell me, look at this. Look at this guillotine right here. Oh, my God.
You're always trying to brag about your shitty ass grappling, bro. You got no jujitsu.
I almost had it. A
beginner, not even an amateur, bro. A beginner. There's nothing.
You popped out. Okay, you don't gotta see that part. But yeah, let me get back over here now. Yo, let's talk about this next fight. What's next?
Bro, let me get into it. I'm gonna fucking start it off since you're taking so long. Look, Kelvin Gastelum, Danny Rodriguez. I love this matchup. It's very, very intriguing. Two Americans, two guys that kind of seem past their prime in a way, but Kelvin Gastelum, I mean, like, I don't know, man. This guy, I mean, he's only, damn, his record's horrible. 2 out of his last 8 fights, man. He has 2 wins in his last 8 fights. But again, he's going up against the best of the best. Look at these names. Israel Adesanya, no shame. Darren Till at his best, no shame. Hermanson, no shame. Robert Whittaker, Jared Cannonier, Sean Brady. Those are his L's. You don't see a bad name in there. And then his wins, obviously, in the past couple fights. Ian Heinisch, we just actually, no, that wasn't who we just saw. Get a win. That was a different dude. That's Ian Heistand or whatever. And then he
confusing that.
I don't know, bro. I don't know. Their names are similar. Anyways, Kelvin Gastelum, like, he's only losing to the best of the best, really. But his fight style, it's very unique, right? Like, he's a big power puncher, but he takes his time. He's pretty conservative. He swings his arm. He feints a little bit. Like, he tries to throw his opponents off a little bit, all trying to just close the distance and land that one shot. On the other hand, Danny Rodriguez, he's more of a technical boxer. Like, he's really only a boxer. He doesn't throw many leg kicks at all. Neither of them do. I think Kelvin Gastelum throws leg kicks here and there. But Danny Rodriguez, he likes to box. He likes to stay at a distance, fight behind that jab. He's got a really, really nice jab, which could be the difference in this fight. But I don't know, man. It's tough because I think the power advantage is with Kelvin. Obviously, I think he's got that one shot power, but is he going to be able to close the distance? Is he going to be able to get inside on Rodriguez, who does a really good job of just keep slowing the fight down, fighting at his pace, at his tempo, at his range? And when he's able to find success and get into a flow, it's kind of tough to get him out. So I don't know. Like I think Kelvin Gastelum's a huge favorite in this fight. I don't necessarily agree with the line. Minus 250 is kind of crazy in my eyes. I think the reason for that is because Rodriguez is 35, 36 years old now. He's getting a little old. And obviously, no, he's 37. Wow. Okay. 37. But then again, Neil Magny, he got submitted. He's not a wrestler. He's not a grappler. And then obviously the Ian Machado Gary fight, he got knocked out, but he got outclassed by Ian Gary. I don't think he's that bad on the feet. It's tough for me to call this one, man. But I don't like the line. I don't think Kelvin Gastelum is that big of a favorite. But how are you feeling? Do you think Kelvin is minus 250, or is he going to look like that?
No, I don't think he's minus 250, but I think he wins. I think Daniel Rodriguez is washed. He's 37. He's coming
That's the thing, yeah.
Back-to-back bad losses. One, he gave Neil Magny his first finish win since 2018. Bad look, gassed out, bad, and just got submitted. Didn't even look that bad. He just got sloppy and just got submitted, like bad luck, and then gets brutally knocked out by Ian. I wouldn't say brutally, but like got knocked out by Ian Gary. He's a mess. He's 37. He's a mess. Gastelum, yeah, he's also a mess, but he's a tough son of a bitch.
He's tough.
You don't have to worry about that wrestling threat, that smothering threat like Sean Brady provided. D-Rod's going to want to stand and bang. Maybe he'll shoot a takedown or two now and then, but I like Gastelum, man, to be honest. I think he's faster. I think he's fat. Oh, he's going to be fast. So much faster than this guy. So much faster. Honestly, maybe he does look that price tag the way I'm talking about it. Maybe he does. I just don't see a path to victory for D-Rod.
Yeah, I think the one path is to maybe just like drag it out and win an ugly decision. But even then, because like he doesn't have really finishing potential in this fight. I agree. I mean, not that I needed much talking into it. I think I was kind of leading Gastelum anyways. But yeah, he has that he doesn't have to worry about the wrestling threat, and he's got pretty solid offensive wrestling if he needs to use it in his own right, which I don't think he will. Just because, like you said, I mean, it feels like he's been in the UFC for so long, but he's only 32, 33, so he should have all the physical advantages here. And yeah, I think he's gonna probably win this fight. So I agree.
I remember Gastelum was on tough when he was like 21, 22.
Yeah, I mean, he grew up in the UFC. Like he's had his whole career play out in front of us, and like he's been at the top of the mountain. Like he's been in the title picture, fought for a title. Obviously, he's trying to get back there. But it seems to be every time he takes a step up. But the thing is, this is not a step up. This is a step down. And yeah, I think he's probably gonna win.
Yeah, I agree. My boy Colin says, y'all both train? Yeah, I do. He doesn't, So
yeah, I trained for 14 years at Tiger Showman's. If you don't know, Tiger Showman's has incredible UFC fighters, some legends like the best bantamweight of all time, Jimmy Rivera. He fought in the UFC, obviously. Shane Burgos, PFL just signed him, but man, he was
you didn't mention the best fighter to come out of that gym.
Louis Gaudinot. Is that what you're gonna say?
Louis Gaudinot.
No, bro. Julio Arce is actually holding it down. Julio Arce is still in the UFC trying to make a name for himself, but he trains at Tiger Showman's, and I've actually had the pleasure of sparring him once, which was pretty fun. But yeah, I trained there for 14 years. My brother still trains. Yeah, it's cool, man. It's a great gym, but obviously not the biggest school, but they got UFC talent, so that's cool. But yeah.
Yeah, on my side, I was in the gym since I was like 5, started American Top Team. Dan, yeah. Shout out to him. I've been there for a minute. Yeah, I've trained my entire life.
Hey, Rohan Champ 2023. Hey, bro, the grind has started. I'm coming for the belt. What division am I? I'm about 150-ish. So I think if I cut, I'd be like bantamweight. Bro, who's the best bantamweight? Or Alex Perez is a flyweight, bro. I think I just
like 6'1".
I'm about 6 foot. I'm about 6 foot even. I think I could mess up some bad bantamweight, bro. Just some shitty ass bantamweight. I don't know. Drop some comments. Let me know. But yeah, we always joke around about this. Like, who's the worst fighter I could beat, or the best fighter I could beat? Huh?
Tisha Torres.
Yeah, we're going women. I think Tisha Torres. I could put up a really good fight. The problem is the wrestling. Like I don't have the strongest wrestling, but man, if it's on the feet, I got it, bro. I got it. I'm telling you.
Who wins in a fight? You? This is a genuine question. Like, who wins in a fight? You or Juliana Pena? Like, who wins?
Oh,
Like,
nah. Juliana got it, bro. Because I'm not gonna lie, like those, don't let it fool you, bro. Like they got some crazy wrestling, and I'm not a wrestler. I would not be able to survive those takedowns from Juliana Pena. Probably. I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm not even gonna lie. But hey, it would be fun. What's that one from Alaska? What's that bantamweight from Alaska? He's asking.
you know who he's talking about?
Who?
The GOAT.
Oh!
Yo, Colin, you don't know. We got an inside joke with that motherfucker.
Yo,
Terrence.
we got. This is our boy, bro.
This
This is our bro. Terrence McKinney, bro. Terrence McKinney, you're 100%.
No, Terrence Mitchell, dumb fuck. What are you talking
Oh my god,
You're an idiot, bro.
I messed up. I always mess that up. Now that I always do that. But yes, Terrence Mitchell, bro. Me versus Terrence Mitchell would be a really, really good fight. I think I could beat him. I really think I could beat him, bro. He's such, he's like, nah, Terrence Mitchell is my favorite fighter, but I think I could beat him, bro. That would be a dream come true for me to ever meet him and have
fly to Alaska and go fight him.
Bro, I'm gonna go to Alaska and say, yo, where's Terrence Mitchell at, bro? Let's set it up. Cause he got freaking slept by Raul Rosa. That was funny as hell, bro. I know exactly what you're referencing now. That was so funny.
Colin, we watched his interview before his Rosas fight. No, first of all, I watched this guy on Tough like a few years ago, and like I was rooting for him. He was like talking to shit, but you can low key tell that he was dog shit. Spark. And I'm like, you know what? I'm always gonna root for this guy. This guy fights like twice since like 2015. Somehow gets a fight in the UFC against Rosas and gets absolutely destroyed. And before he fights, he was like, I'm gonna steal his shine.
I'm gonna take his shine. I'm here to steal all his fans. Yeah, that was so funny.
Destroyed by an 18-year-old in 20 seconds. Like, come on.
Hey, bro. That would be a good fight. But back to what we were saying. I think we're both on Gastelum here. I think the line is a little stretched, but he should win this fight. So I like the matchup for him. Anything else to add for that one?
No, I like Gastelum as well. Let's move on. Co-main event: Sergey Pavlovich taking on the Russian Beast. They're both Russian beasts.
Yo,
did you see Volkov without the beard?
No, I didn't. Let me see. I'm gonna check Twitter.
It looks weird. I mean, when he was younger, he used to have the no beard, but like now it looks really weird.
I don't like when they do that because Aljo did that recently. Oh my god, he looks so weird. But I could get used to it though. I think he doesn't look like weird, like bad, but he just looks so weird. You're right. But the quote that he had recently about the sparring, or I don't know if it was recent, but somebody brought it up on Twitter. I saw that he was referencing when he and Sergey Pavlovich had a sparring session, and Pavlovich, like, he had to ask him to chill out a little bit because every time he threw, he hurt him. Yo, if that's true, how can you say that in the lead up to a fight? How can you even mention that? But bro, how can you have any confidence in Volkov in this matchup? Like, I was thinking, and I'm watching the film, and like, I like Volkov and I like his trajectory. I like what he's done recently, but man, I don't know if you can have that kind of confidence going into a matchup against the scariest guy, or one of the scariest guys in the division. I got Pavlovich, man. Like, just looking at the fight, looking at the tape, Volkov's one path to victory here is to like take this fight to the ground. Is it? Because like on the feet, I just don't see how he keeps him away. Like, he's got those nice body teeps. He has those nice, jabs. Volkov, yeah, like he's got nice teeps. He does a good job sometimes of keeping the fight at bay. But Pavlovich is going to have entries to close the distance and land huge shots. And bro, it takes like two, not even one. It takes one. It takes one shot from that guy. And I think it's going to come at some point because Volkov is just too unsafe in there. And he's too slow defensively. Like, he does not do good moving backwards at all. He's only doing good moving forward. And Pavlovich does not stop moving forward. So how is he going to fare in that kind of exchange? I don't know. I think his only chance is to take this fight to the ground. And I don't think that he's going to have many chances to do that. So, yeah. Pavlovich by knockout. That's my pick.
Yeah, fair. I'm with you. I'm going to pick Pavlovich by knockout as well. My boy MJP in the chat. Let's go.
Let's go.
LMAO.
There's actually a good card this week.
We're talking about Terrence. It's a straight cornball. No, don't be hating on my boy.
Yo, hey, he's still one of my favorite fighters of all time. He had a great UFC career, a great performance in his last fight. Obviously, they cut him.
Right?
But he's working his way back, bro. He's working his way back. Don't sleep. You can get cut and re-sign. Look at Brandon Moreno, got cut, re-signed, became champ. That's the Terrence Mitchell route, bro. Trust.
Bro, he's like 30.
You said Rohan champ 2020 or 2030? Nah, Terrence Mitchell champ 2030.
Imagine that happens in 2030. Rohan Borges versus Terrence Mitchell for the belt.
Bro, if I like become some crazy like fighter and just go on some run like on the regional scene, where would I fight? I don't even know. Yo, can I go to the UFC? I'm young enough. I'm only 19. Like I could do this, bro. I could do that. All I gotta do is move to Alaska. They have a shitty regional scene. I could fight on his promotion.
That's true. That's lucky true.
I could fight on that shitty promotion, and then I could run into Terrence Mitchell. Bro, I'm going to Alaska. I think it's settled. I think we just settled it here, yo. 2030. That's the new goal. That's my only focus right now. Champ 2030. Let's go.
So you're gonna start the Alaskan regional scene.
Yeah, I mean it's the weakest one. I think it's one of the weakest one. I'm gonna break the 35-year-old curse.
Oh, not you, Terrence, dumbass.
Oh man, fuck Terrence. Now I'm his enemy, bro. I'm about to.
Oh, it's your number one rival now.
Yeah, bro. I told you. Now I'm really focused on that matchup, so I can't really be friends with him anymore.
Yeah, fuck Terrence.
Yeah.
Yeah. Back to what we were saying. Pavlovich, Volkov. Yeah, I mean, I don't want to take words into a fight breakdown so seriously, but the guy literally. But like then again, like he could just be trolling. But like, is Volkov the type to troll? Like he literally goes out in an interview and says, Pavlovich hurt me. Every punch feels like.
Yo, what was he saying that for, bro? What was he saying that for?
I don't like. Is he joking? I don't know. I don't think he is. I mean, if you look at the career of Volkov, right? It seems like every time he takes a slight step up in competition, he just folds, like Curtis Blades.
Yeah.
Who else? Who else he lose to? Derek Lewis was looking great in the Lewis fight, but still Derek Lewis.
Romanov he beat Tuivasa. Yeah, Aspinall lost, Gahn lost, Blades lost, Lewis lost. Those are really the notable ones. Everybody else though, again, like Walt Harris, he should have beat him. Greg Hardy he should have beat him.
They beat Romanov, Rosenstrike.
He's beating who he should be. I think the Tuivasa one was pretty impressive, just because people.
It's probably his best win, but at the same time, he looked career best. He did. Style. The thing about Pavlovich, the difference between him and Tuivasa is Pavlovich just has that Terminator mindset. Like he's just gonna come right at you. I think the odds are fine. I'm fine with the odds. I don't think Pavlovich should be a bigger favorite. I think he wins a fight, but again, Pavlovich hasn't really fought a guy that can keep the distance. Like, even Aspinall can't keep the distance like Volkov.
I don't know, but Volkov, like, he keeps the distance, but then sometimes he doesn't. Like, even Tybura was having some success landing some shots in the second round, especially after one round. Volkov moving backwards was not effective at all. He was covering up, having his hands all over the place. If Pavlovich gets through with any sort of power, bro, he's gonna put him down and he's gonna probably put him out. Like, I just think that's inevitable, especially in round one where Pavlovich is full. And the thing about Pavlovich is, like, he's powerful, but he doesn't rush things. He's pretty chill and in the start of the fight. Like, he doesn't get all aggressive right from the start. He takes his time. He gets in the pocket strategically, and then when he's in there, he just throws those bombs. But when he lands, even if it's like a little connection, he will put you out and he will put you down. So I think he's probably going to do that within the first 5 minutes of the fight.
Yeah, I think he probably knocks him out in round one. One thing that's weird is, and MGJP, I'll get your comment in a second. One thing that's weird is that the when it comes to the odds on this fight, Pavlovich is minus 250, but the under 1.5 is minus 150. I feel like Pavlovich's path to victory is a knockout, probably in round one or early round two, right? Is that not weird?
Yeah, no, that's mad weird. I think, yeah, all the value should be on him to end the fight very, very early, like in round one. So I think that's weird with the odds, but yeah, I don't know. If it gets out of the first round, like I don't know, because we haven't seen, like, Pavlovich ends all his wins in the first round, pretty much. I mean, 15 wins by knockout, round one, round one, round one. I mean, it's every time in round one. Like if somehow he survives, I'll be very surprised, to be honest with you. I really just see Pavlovich ending the fight in the first round via knockout.
Yeah,
It'll be
pretty good.
interesting. It's like they know each other a little bit, right? Like they've fought in the training room, they've sparred with each other, they've kind of got a feel for each other. But if Volkov is coming out saying, I have to ask him to slow down, I have to ask him, like, bro, that's not showing me any confidence in his abilities. So I don't think Volkov gets KO round one, brothers. You don't think he gets knocked out in round one? Then I mean, I don't know, because if he does survive, it'll get really, really interesting, really, really quick. Like, because we haven't seen Pavlovich.
Yeah, we're just saying that because that's what we believe Pavlovich's path to victory is, just winning in round one. I feel like Volkov's live. As soon as it gets out of that round one, the guy's really good at keeping his distance, his jab, his teep. It's there. In his last few fights, he's really put on size as well. I feel like that's helped him out a lot to, stick with the heavyweight division. I'm not counting out Volkov. I know a lot of people are. I'm not counting out Volkov at all in this fight. It's just the way he's talking in interviews. Again, I don't usually take that into consideration too much, but it's just what he's saying is crazy.
Yeah, exactly. You can't have any confidence betting on him, or at least I can't, just because of the things he's saying. Like even the fight to get out of the first round, I can't be too confident that because of the things that he's saying. So I don't know, man. It's a tough fight, but and they're both really talented. Like Volkov is a really talented fighter, and he's seen everybody. He's pretty much seen every style there is. So I mean, I don't know, man. I just, the way I'm feeling about it, I just think Pavlovich's power is just going to be a little too much.
But look at how Aspinall KO'd him, Pavlovich, though.
Yeah, that's the one thing. Like maybe since he's coming off of a knockout, like he has a little bit of PTSD. He comes in with a little more of a conservative approach, and he's a little bit more weary of. But Volkov doesn't have that type of power. Like I don't even think Volkov has crazy knockout power. Not to say that Tom Aspinall is like a knockout artist, but when he lands accurately, like he can put you out. I don't think Volkov really has that kind of scary power. So I don't think Pavlovich is going to be moving away. I think he's just going to be coming forward the whole time. And when he's in your face, that's when Volkov doesn't do his best. That's the thing. Like Volkov does the best where he can stay at a distance, stay at range, and be comfortable. But when you have him constantly moving backwards, he tends to not be as comfortable and tends to have a harder time getting his shots off cleanly. So I think the one thing is like he could time a takedown really well moving backwards if he's smart about things, especially to take some of the pressure off early. I don't know, man. I don't know. Yeah, you got to hear it because, bro, just check it out because like he was saying some crazy things talking about every time I get hit, it hurts.
Yeah,
like,
I'll read it. Alexander Volkov says, Pavlovich hit him so hard in sparring that each punch almost sent him to a knockdown. He didn't win a single round against Pavlovich. Pavlovich didn't feel his punches at all.
Yeah. All of that in the same sentence is crazy.
The top comment says, I guess we put in the house on Pavlovich.
Yeah.
So. And then the next comment says, Volkov wants to bet on himself. That's the other side of this. Maybe he's just capping.
True. Maybe he's trying to say, oh, the bookies raise that price a little bit on my money line so that I can bet on myself and make a lot of money. I don't know, man. Like Pavlovich is not denying these comments or anything. He's I don't know if they've asked him. I haven't really been tapped into the media sessions and whatnot. But regardless of those comments, just looking at the fight for what it is, these two guys and what they've done in the past and what the matchup is, what their two styles are, I think Pavlovich has the style to beat him. Like maybe you can say he's one-dimensional. He doesn't throw a lot of kicks. He doesn't really wrestle, but his style works for him unless he's fighting the best of the best. Tom Aspinall is the best of the best. He has the potential to beat John Jones. I don't think either of these guys do. I think that's a different class, but I do think that Pavlovich is just better between the two, and he's got way, way more finishing potential. And yeah, that's all I see. I see a big finish. What the fuck?
Look at that.
He just got enlarged.
Crazy.
I mean, this is not bad. I don't mind this. I got to back up a little bit.
More, guys.
You guys are pretty accurate. Hey, man, we just do our best. We watch.
We gotta go one by one. Your guys' breakdown be on point. Thank you, man.
Yes, we appreciate that, bro. We do our best. We put in a lot of work.
I understand. We do this tape like no other, man. We do a lot for our Discord group and just in general because we love it. So yeah, this is UFC's and MMA is the best sport on planet Earth. So I love taping fights and watching looking at details of what fighters are good, pros and cons. That's what Rohan mainly focuses on because that's what he's tasked in doing in our, in our group, in our Discord group. So yeah, we love doing what we're doing. We really appreciate you saying that. I think fight starts round 2. Here's the thing. These guys are best. They're besties, right? I could see this turning into like a sparring match where they don't even hit each other. So
not, bro.
I'm not gonna get
really hope not. These heavyweight fights are supposed to be entertaining, bro. They're like the bad ones. This is the worst in terms of skill level. It's the worst division by far. Like you got guys in the top 15, in the back half of the top 15, top 20 that are just not really even UFC caliber fighters. So I hope that these two guys actually try to go all out there for the finish and put on a show. And yeah, man, I think there's a lot of finishing potential in this fight. But yeah, there is the potential that, Pavlovich runs into a challenge that he's not ready for. Because again, it is kind of no, it's not a step up though. He just faced Tom Aspinall, but yeah, he did get exposed. But yeah, I don't know, man. It's a good matchup. I like the matchup a lot. I'll just say that.
I gotta hear the interview. Yeah, it's just I wouldn't say he's not mentally there. It's just weird things that he's saying. My boy, it's Jay. Yo, it's Jay. What's going on, man? Hope you're doing well.
What do he missed this? He's asking us
what's good
a little bit.
What's good? Did not expect to see you guys live right now. This is the first time we've ever done, something like this, like a fight breakdown stream in a while. We've been live for an hour and a half at this point. So yeah, we're having fun. You guys are pretty accurate. Thank you, man. We appreciate it. What do you guys think? Kyung Ho Kang versus Muin Gafurov? Yeah, if you want a full in-depth breakdown, we talked about that fight for probably like 5 minutes. 5-6 minutes. So if you want to go back, you can listen to that. But I'll just tell you real quick. Very, 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 very close fight. Gafurov -150 favorite. I think it should be dead even. I think this fight is so close. And one thing that I mentioned was when a fight's so close like this, you got to look at the tail of the tape. I just feel like the slight height and the slight reach advantage for Kang will lean in his favor specifically in this matchup because as we were talking about as well, Gafurov throws strikes in bursts, right? And I feel like if Kang is smart, if he goes out there with high IQ, which he usually does, I think this is a winnable fight for him. Him at +130, I don't really agree with that. I think it should be dead even. I feel like another thing that we mentioned, I'm kind of giving you just the entire rundown. I feel like Gafurov is slightly better than what he's shown in his first 2 UFC fights that have both been losses. But again, I still don't feel like he's the best. I don't know. It's a really tough fight to call. We both don't really have the best read on it. Lo, my bad. We got to go. It's all good. Don't worry about it. If you want to, go ahead. If not, we're talking about Gafurov and Kang. It's not that big of a deal. But yeah, Rohan, I'm going to do real quick. We're talking about the main event. We got 27 people in here right now. Appreciate everybody for tuning in. I'm going to just go live. We're going to talk about this main event. I'm going live on the gram.
Yeah.
Just let people know, we're going to probably be here for another 15 minutes or so. So we got to talk about this main event. It's going to be fun, everybody. We are live on YouTube. Link in story. Folks, we're live on YouTube. If you guys want to come tune in, we are having a blast. There's my boy Rohan. We got 26 people in here between YouTube and Twitter right now. Rohan, oh wait, can you see?
I see everybody in the live, in the IG live.
Everybody join up. 26 people in here rocking right now. Guys, go to our Instagram.
Gafurov for the win.
Gafurov for the win. What do you guys – I don't know if you guys are tuning into Kang versus Gafurov, one of the prelims of the night. My boy MJP says Gafurov's going to win. I feel like it's a close fight. But we've got a chat in here right now where we're going back and forth about these fights. And we're about to get into the main event, Aliskerov versus Whittaker. All you guys have to do is just go to the story on our Instagram. So when I end this live, just go to our Instagram page, click the story, and you'll see a link to this live stream. As I mentioned, we got 26 people in here right now. This is like the first time we've ever done something like this. We're breaking down the main event right now. So come join us. Link is in our story or our YouTube channel, Counterpunch Podcast or The Counterpunch. My boy Colin in here as well. Appreciate the support. Everybody come join the YouTube live stream. We're going to go break it down. See ya. So yeah, let's get into it. Main event. We're here.
We've arrived.
We'll kind of do a slow breakdown here. There's a lot to talk about. There are a lot of aspects of this fight, right? You got the betting line. You got Whittaker sitting at -150 to Aliskerov's +130. You got the short notice aspect for Aliskerov is very, very interesting. How is he going to do on short notice? But at the same time, he's been training. He was in fight camp for weeks for Andre Muniz, who then pulled out, turned it into Trocoli. And then the fight was just removed because, obviously Aliskerov got pushed to this fight card. Before we break down, let's just see what my boy Jay is saying. My locks are Renat, Naimov, Pavlovich, Walker. Like Renat, I think he's kind of a lock. Wouldn't call him a lock, but I think I'm pretty confident he gets it done. Naimov wouldn't call him a lock, but I'm pretty confident he gets it done just due to size. Pavlovich, I'd say it's a lock. Walker, definitely nowhere near a lock, but I'm going to pick him to win. It's Johnny Walker. You can't trust him. I used to be in the cord. I need to cop up again. Bro, we've been killing it. We've won like 5 out of the last 6 cards. I'm not even trying to just lie and sell you shit. Like, we've actually been.
Yeah, I mean, bro, last card especially. Not a lot of great betting spots, and we still did fantastic. So like,
one of my latest cards. I didn't have like a bet 3 units or up, but
exactly, and
we still walked out with over 5.5 units. Like, just conservative bets, smart bets, and if you want to tap in, you know where to find it. But yeah, back to the main event. It's so interesting, man, because I feel again, as we were talking about earlier in the show, and I'm sure a lot of you guys weren't here about an hour ago when we were, kind of touching on this fight. Is Whittaker the same as 4 years ago? I just don't think so. If I got this line, Whittaker minus 150 4 years ago, like around the Jared Cannonier, Darren Till fights, I'd be max betting Robert Whittaker, max betting him. I mean, the guy had an incredible takedown defense. The guy was so slick on the feet. Look at that 5-round war with Darren Till. Look at the kicks that broke Jared Cannonier's arm. I mean, this guy was in his prime, not when he was champion. He was in his prime when he was #1 contender, like around 2020. Looked really, really good. But recently, I mean, the Duplessis fight, that was just horrible. Or he should have ran. Like 2020, Whittaker would have ran through Duplessis. Tell me I'm wrong.
Yeah, no, that's the thing. It's like that one fight. Like, one fight really does change a lot in hindsight. I don't look at him the same as I did, prior to that fight, just because of how bad he looked against a fighter where I thought he should have definitely, like you're saying, I thought he should have won that fight. And again, 2020 version of Robert Whittaker probably looks a lot better than that because, man, he got kind of exposed. And I don't know. In this fight, I just think the line, he's the favorite because he's #3 in the world still. He lost to the current champ. Obviously, DDP is a lot better, I guess, than people thought. But man, Ikram Aliskerov, he's hungry. He's a contender right now. He's very well rounded. That's the thing about him, is that he doesn't have a lot of holes. The one hole in his game is his defensive striking defense, like his defensive awareness on the feet. He leaves a lot of openings that Robert Whittaker could absolutely capitalize on. But the thing about Rob is he's never been one to come out of a fight looking clean either. He leaves a lot of openings himself. Like, he's not the most conservative. He takes a lot of risks in this fight. That's why he got dropped by DDP. He enters the pocket recklessly sometimes, which can hurt him a lot, like it did in the Izzy fight even. Man, I think that he's tough to get a read on. Like, he does a really good job of mixing up his timing and his rhythm with that weird little bounce in his step that he has. He's kind of got that like wide karate stance, but he has that little hop in it where he slides in and out of range, uses his his lead techniques really well, slides in with that 1-2 head kick combo. He always lands that. I feel like in every one of his wins, he's landed that combination. And man, I think he's hungry. That's the thing about Robert Whittaker. Like, he doesn't accept this fight. 2 years ago, when he's trying to work his way back up to a title. Right now, he's lost a couple fights now in a row, or not in a row, but that he felt he could have won. The Izzy rematch, he felt he could have won. The DDP fight, it's obviously one that he wants back. I think he's really hungry, and this is a perfect spot. Like, Ikram Aliskerov is raw. That at the end of the day, he's raw. He hasn't faced anybody of note, in the UFC. He's got wins over Phil Hawes and Worley Alves, 2 of the shittiest fighters in the UFC. I mean, they're both kind of chinny. Like, Phil Hawes is one of the most chinny guys in the sport. He hasn't proven a lot, right? So it's a tough jump. How are you going from Trocoli to Whittaker? That speaks volumes. So I don't know, man. It's tough because Aliskerov.
That's a bad narrative, though, Rohan. Like, you can't say how you're going from. The guy was scheduled to fight Andre Muniz. I'm not saying how like it's a problem. I'm not saying how like he doesn't deserve it.
I'm saying how do you prepare for that mentally? Like, how do you get around that? You're going from facing one of the worst fighters in the UFC. Like, if that was me, I'm saying, like, if I was in his shoes and I'm facing the worst fighter, but obviously I'm taking that chance. I'm taking that opportunity 100% because it's a chance to get into the top 5. But it's a lot that comes with that. You got to, prepare for a fighter that is very, very tricky to deal with. And Robert Whittaker, man, like, I don't think he showed anything in that DDP fight. That's the thing about that fight. Like, I was so confused at his approach in that fight. Like, he looked a little scared, a little unsure of himself. And DDP, he pressured him. And every time it was one of those close exchanges in the pocket, Whittaker kind of shelled up a little bit. He didn't look the same. So I don't know, Ikram's powerful, but he doesn't do a lot of work in the pocket. Like, he usually tries to strike at a distance. I think Rob could really win a lot of minutes there. But if we see a lot of wrestling, Ikram's probably going to win those exchanges. Like, Rob got taken down by DDP at will in the center of the octagon. Like, if Ikram gets his hands on him and takes him down, is he getting back up? Is he going to be able to score any more damage? I don't know. So I have no idea with this fight. I have no idea. It's a crazy fight. It's just insane that we're talking about this matchup when just last week we were talking about Ikram versus Trocoli. It's wild. But I don't know. What are you thinking?
It's a fucking bug.
I'm dealing with the same shit over here, bro. I'm kind of getting tight. I got gnats all in my face. Anyways, how are you thinking about this fight?
Yeah, I unlike you, I do have a clue. I think Aliskerov wins. I think he wins
Really?
first round or two. Yeah, I'm confident Aliskerov. I'll tell you all that are on the live stream right now. I have a pretty small bet on Aliskerov. I'm not like supremely confident in him, but I've got like a small bet that I've given out to my members. I just the Paulo Costa fight was big. I mean, Paulo Costa went all out in that round 1. All out. I mean, I wouldn't say all out, but like he put volume up. Costa put volume up. Costa, I mean, he was beating Whittaker's ass. Yes, Whittaker still showed that he had a chin, but Costa was beating his ass in that round 1. Obviously, Whittaker's took over in round 2 and round 3 just with his leg kicks, his jab. But I don't know. I just didn't see the same Whittaker as I saw before the Duplessis fight. I feel like that Duplessis fight really changed him. I feel like Whittaker's a different fighter. I feel like his takedown defense in the last 2-3 years hasn't even been the best. I mean, we saw this guy get taken down by Kelvin Gastelum. Not a great look. We saw this guy get head and arm thrown by Dreykus. I mean, that's a women's takedown, bro.
Yeah, I mean, that's the worrying thing. Right.
Wait, like that's just, and now you're going up against the Sambo guy and Aliskerov. Not only that, Aliskerov has incredible power. Don't get me wrong. I get what you're saying when it's a big mental step up for Aliskerov, but if there's a type of fighter that's ready for it, it's these Sambo Dagestanis. They're for all challenges. Again, another thing we seen. I gotta check. One thing I haven't looked into because I think Aliskerov finishes him in round 1 and round 2, and I'm pretty confident in that. But if for some reason it does get to the later rounds, have we seen Aliskerov has 3 decision wins in his career, right? Eagle FC was his last decision win, and that was a 3-round fight. Has he gone 5 rounds? I don't. Chad Hanekom. That was a 3-round fight. Yeah, this guy's never gone 5 rounds. I still don't think it matters. I think Aliskerov gets it done early. I just think Whittaker at this stage of his career is a shell of himself, to be completely honest with you, Rohan. I know.
I don't know, man. I wouldn't go that far. Like, I can't go that far and say shell. And the thing about it is, like, Aliskerov, when you watch his tape, especially in that Phil Hawes fight, he leaves a lot of openings on the feet. He does. Like, he's not the cleanest striker. He's got good combinations. Offensively, he does a really good job of mixing up his attacks, mixing up, to the body and to the head. But, man, he leaves a lot of holes defensively. When he's moving backwards, he kind of gets a little flustered, puts his head down sometimes. If Rob can just catch him Rob is really tough to get a read on for some of these guys. And like he was pulling away in that Costa fight because Costa just, obviously Costa has cardio issues, but he kind of got confused. But Robert Whittaker, man, when he's able to kind of confuse his opponents and get into the flow of things, he starts to put these combinations together where he'll have different rhythms and different cadence to his entries. Like he'll put it a little 1-2 in it, then he'll step back and hit you with a 1-2-3 and hit you with the 1-2 head kick combo. Like he mixes up weird combinations, mixes up his angles, everything. You don't know what you're about to deal with when you're fighting Robert Whittaker. So it could be a confusing fight for Ikram in that sense. But again, if he gets, I think, because the thing about Ikram also, he doesn't always lean on the wrestling. He's Dagestani, he's got the Sambo style, but he doesn't always use it to the extent that he probably should. Like he really kind of falls in love with the striking in his hands.
Well, you bad voice crack. You can't really make that judgment though, bro, because both of his fights have ended inside like 2-3 minutes.
I mean, yeah, but he's in those 2-3 minutes, like he's probably had a lot of chances to just, because some of those guys, I'm just saying,
he's felt comfortable on the feet. I mean, as soon as he feels a threat, you got to think that he's going to use.
Phil Hawes landed some good shots in those little 3 minutes.
Yeah, but everyone on planet Earth knows that Phil Hawes has no chin, though.
I know, man, but if Robert Whittaker is a lot more technically sound than anybody that this guy has faced. That is a fact. This guy is very technically sound, but I don't know, like it's tough. Like we just got a comment but from Dean, and he's very right in that, like when these Dagestanis, they're built different. Like you said, like he might not get flustered by this type of step up in competition because they kind of have that same approach against everybody. They're not going to get swayed out of their approach because they know who they are, they know what they're good at, and they're good at just implementing it in every single fight. So I do think it's a 5-rounder. Like it's a lot of question marks in this fight. We don't know where. Man, I can't even give a confident prediction, bro. But I'm just gonna say Robert Whittaker.
True, honest, your own prediction.
Yeah, no. Who else is a prediction am I giving?
Don't get influenced by these comments.
I'm not giving. No, I'm not. I'm not looking at the comments for my own sake. I give my own predictions. I give my own thoughts. Whatever. It's tough because I want to say, like the old guard. I feel like this year there's been kind of a theme of these old guards fending off the new up and comers. Like Dustin did it against Benoit Saint Denis. Like a lot of people were picking against him there. I think we could see the same thing with Rob. Like I think this is a little too early for Ikram. That's all I'm gonna say. I think it's a little too early. He's never seen somebody this good. He's just never seen somebody this high level in his career. So I think Robert Whittaker is too good too soon for Ikram. That's what I'm gonna say. I think Robert Whittaker wins. I don't even know how. I'm not even gonna say how because I don't know, but I'm gonna say he wins.
Yeah, I'm not gonna argue it like heavily. I mean, we've already done some back and forth, but like I can't like be mad at it. I mean, Ikram hasn't proved anything. He's coming off a win against Warley Alves. Is horrible. But again, like I just feel like Whittaker isn't the same. And I feel
think about the mindset, though. I want to just give you one more thing to think about. The mindset, like going into this fight, Whittaker knows he needs this win. If he doesn't win this fight, it's over for him. He's never getting back to the top. He knows that. So he's got to factor that in. And when he factors that in, I just think it's a perfect storm. Like everything's working in his favor. It's a little too soon. He's catching Ikram at the right time. He's never seen anybody with his style. He's coming in there motivated as ever. I think he's gonna finish him. I think he's gonna finish him. I think he's gonna finish him, bro.
Well, I think Ikram's gonna finish him. I think he's gonna get
damn, bro. But these are the type of main events I love. Like you never know what's gonna happen. You don't know.
It'll be a fun one. I'm gonna go Ikram by second round submission.
Second round submission, man.
Well,
yeah.
Here's what I'll be doing, and I see a comment here from my boy Connor. I do think Ikram wins round one. But could see him getting finished in 4 or 5. I'm gonna bet the Ikram money line, but exactly what I was gonna think. What I was thinking when DK drops the lines that I'm gonna hedge it with sorry, give me 1 second. With Whittaker round 4, round 5. I feel like that's smart because again, we've never seen Aliskerov in those championship rounds, so you never know. But again, I don't know. I mean, Whittaker, I don't know if he has that finishing ability anymore. I just don't know. Let's go over some comments here. We got my boy Jay saying, let's start with MJP. We didn't even see this. we're talking about Kang and Gafurov here. Yeah, I don't know. It's a weird fight. I'm staying away gambling wise. I always watch prediction videos all the time. Keep it up. Great breakdowns. Thank you, man. We put a lot of work into those. Rohan comes all the way from New Jersey to my crib in New York City to record those podcasts, those 50-hour-long podcasts, and we do a lot of research. So we're glad that you enjoy. Ikram gonna maul Whittaker.
I could see it, bro. I could see it. Like if what you're saying is true, if Whittaker's really past his prime, then it could get ugly fast. But I don't think he's there yet. I think he's still got a little left.
Remember he said that.
I'm remembering, Jay. I'm gonna come back to you, and you come back to us too, and let us know and brag about it if you're right. But we'll see.
He's not gonna be bragging to me because I'm with him.
You're right. You're right.
Paulo Costa forgot who he is, and Whittaker got lucky. I don't know about lucky. I don't know, but maybe
against Costa. I don't know. No.
I get what y'all are saying, but I don't know, man. Rob always starts slow, and I could see him gassing for never going more than 3 rounds. 100% possible. That's what we're saying, man.
Mm-hmm.
Agreed, Rohan. You got some fans, Rohan. Look at that.
I'm making some solid points.
You got any words for your fans?
I don't think I have a lot of fans, but if I do have a few fans, I'd just like to say, stick with me, man. Like,
those are your favorites. Stick with me, bro. You always want motherfuckers stick with you. Stick with you.
You gotta show loyalty, bro. If you're supporting me, bro, you gotta be with me through thick and thin. Like, I'm gonna be wrong sometimes, but when I'm right, like I'm right. You know what I'm saying? Like Strickland, DDP, I was right. I said DDP by decision. I was right.
That got me so mad.
You know what I'm saying, though? And when you're right, I got to give you credit, too. When you're right, you fucking right. You called Alexa Grasso. That shit, I'll never forget that. That was kind of legendary. I ain't going to lie.
Right?
Yeah, that was crazy. Like, so yeah, if I got some fans, bro, there's going to be some ups and downs, but, we're going to come out on top. So all that being said, Robert Whittaker by finish is the pick. So.
And then you got to end that with the Sharaputin quote.
Michael Bisping is very big motivation for me. Very big motivation. Bro, those accents are the best, bro. Those Dagestani accents are the best. I love them.
I got Ikram, man.
Hey, if you got 1 million fans, hey, look, this is my most loyal supporter, bro.
Wait, hold on. You got to go one by one. You're getting ahead.
I'm sorry, bro. I'm sorry. See, you're taking mad long, bro. We got hella comments, though. I love it, bro.
We're going to get through it, and then we're going to sign up.
All right.
I Ikram, man, you got to learn to never bet against those Dagestani. That's a great – they probably win like 95% of the time. I'm not going to argue. I do think Ikram wins round 1. Oh, we already saw this one. Sorry. It's not going to see the 4th. I agree. Maybe Ikram inside the distance and Rob decision. Also fair. Yeah. Also kind of like that. My boy Matej. How you say it? Matej? Tell me if I'm wrong. Matej.
I think that's how you say it. I mean, that looks kind of like I don't want to guess what country or anything, but I would say
country wrong.
No. I think you're saying it pretty right though, or pretty correct.
Yeah, no, I agree. I feel like if Ikram wins, it's into the distance. Rob, maybe 4-5, maybe decision, 4-5 decision. So excited for Sergey. It's gonna be a classic. Oh yeah,
I agree, man. I love that. I want to see Pavlovich back. I think look, Aspinall, he's got we're both in agreement on this, me and you, that if that Jones fight ever happens, he's gonna beat him. But I think Pavlovich still has a really a bright future. I think he has a lot of potential in this division. He's scary, man. He's got that Francis Ngannou potential too. Francis lost on the way up. Francis lost to Stipe before he, made it back around to getting the belt. So I think Pavlovich still has the belt in his future somewhere down the line potentially.
I agree.
Yeah, I'm excited.
He's gonna fight Aspinall. I feel like Aspinall.
Aspinall is just that guy.
That comment you just made may fly over some of you guys' heads, but I agree. I feel like today Pavlovich would beat John Jones. It sounds crazy, but I feel like he would.
I don't know, but yeah, John Jones don't want that type of fight. He doesn't. Like if they offered that, he would not.
Well, at this age, you could tell he's learned it. Look at that Curtis Blades fight. As soon as he shot a takedown, I mean, the defense was just on point. Yes, John Jones, what he brings with his shots is completely different. Look at that Cyril Gane fight. I mean, the way he was just able to that was IQ. That wasn't a takedown shot. That was just he out IQ'd him. But at the same time, Pavlovich is just a fucking Terminator. How will John Jones do against that at this stage of his career? I don't know. I'm on Rohan's side. Your fans popping out for you, Rohan.
Let's go. We got it. I don't know, bro. It's gonna be a close fight. I can't even believe it's happening. DDP Strickland was a robbery. I don't think so, Jay. A lot of people say that robbery though. Like, you
No,
could say he won. You
I
could say Strickland won.
I personally thought Strickland barely edged it out. Watching it live, I thought Duplessis won. Rewatching, you kind of look at the jab of Strickland, and I gave it 48-47 Strickland. But in no world would I call that a robbery's a clear. Strickland clearly won is crazy. Like Duplessis, the power was on Duplessis' side all day, every day. Not only that, he was able to mix in takedowns. Yes, he didn't really do any damage with the takedowns, but in such a close fight, you kind of got to count it, right?
Yeah, I mean, look, though that's not a robbery. Like, you know who got robbed? Jocelyn Edwards. She got robbed.
That's a robbery. Jocelyn
against Carnelossi or whoever the fuck that was, bro. She got robbed. That's a robbery. I mean, look, Strickland has a case for winning that fight. He's got a right to be mad. Like, it was a close fight, but it was not a robbery. I think either way could have been correct. I wouldn't have been mad if you scored. It was such a close fight. It was one of the closer fights I think we've seen. One of the closer title fights that we've seen in the past couple years. Like, it's been a long time since we've seen that close of a fight. It was really, really down to the wire. So I don't have a problem either way. But yes, a lot of people say it's a robbery. No.
He disagrees. Well, look at that. Yeah, I disagree too. If Rohan got 1 million fans, I'm one of them. If he got 1 fan, I'm him. If he got no fans, I'm dead.
See, bro, that's my most loyal supporter. I just have to say thank you. Hey, man, I love you, bro. Appreciate you. That's it.
Colin, bro. That's my guy, Colin, the OG. My boy,
Yes,
John.
sir.
Refinancing. I'm working to bet on this card.
Hey, yo, bro.
I'm not in
Hey,
it.
yo.
This is your
Hey,
show.
yo.
What do you got to say?
Refinancing my mortgage. I don't know, man. Look, no. Fuck that. Trust me. Robert Whittaker is a top 5, top 3 middleweight we've seen in the UFC. And he is not losing to some Ikram that is ranked 11th and that was supposed to fight Trocoli, bro. He ain't losing to that bum. This dude leaves a lot of openings. Robert Whittaker gonna him 1-2, high kick, boom, right over the top, wobble his ass, boom, come in for the finish. Robert Whittaker by TKO round 3. Boom.
You had no idea what round you were going to predict like 5 seconds ago. Yeah, just a number. You just spat out a number, huh?
Round 5.
Okay.
Nah.
Okay.
I do. I'm confident, yo. I am with you. Refinance all. Do what you got to do. Put the whole fucking account. Robert Whittaker is gonna win.
Calling it now. Kang sub. I can see it happening.
I could definitely see that. I like that. The odds on that are probably really nice as well. I could look that up for you. How many people we got on the Twitter right now?
Can you hear me right now?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Is it like, sorry, I gotta plug in my computer again. Right now we got 17, 18 people on Twitter.
All right, hold on. Kang
By sub, okay.
by
Naimov by
sub.
KO. I think Naimov by decision. I think Naimov. So let me sit down.
Kang by sub is plus 500.
Oh shit. So let's go back.
I kind of like that.
Bet on it, Jay. Bet on it. If you're confident, bet on it.
Yeah, word. Naimov by KO. Put this in a little parlay. Naimov by KO. I don't know. That's live. I wouldn't bet on that personally. Pavlovich by KO. I agree. Pavlovich by KO. Judge's bias was seen in the DDP Strickland fight. In the most recent fight against Costa. You're talking about. If you're talking about Costa Strickland, absolutely. That judge that gave that judge. I think I told you this, Lucas. That judge that gave Costa 1 round, or he gave him what? He gave him the fight, right? Wasn't it a split?
Yeah. Oh my god.
Insane, bro. Looking back on it, that is insane. But that judge,
I'm not gonna lie, that Costa spread and fight.
I know. I did too. But the one judge that did that was from Tiger Showman's. His name is Dave Torelli.
No
He
way.
was from Tiger Showman's, bro. He was smoking crack that night or some shit. I don't know what he was on, bro. That was crazy.
We were in Newark, so there are a lot of crack.
Yeah, true. But nah, I don't know.
Yeah, Naimov by KO. I think Lima's good. I don't think he gets finished. I'll say Naimov by decision. Pavlovich by KO, I agree with. It was judge's bias. Kosi in his most recent fight, he's talking about Strickland DDP.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, fair. But this is what you were just talking about.
Yeah.
I don't think that was. I think you got to rewatch, man. I feel like DDP was landing more than you think, to be honest. And the power was on the DDP side. Yes, the volume was on the Strickland side. Yes, that jab was very nonchalant. The casual viewer would probably score it for DDP. But at the same time,
I'm gonna give it to Strickland, free watch, but just calling it a robbery, I think, is kind of crazy. Lou, I need one of them Insta shorts. And to sell all my belongings, bet on the 2 level. Well, last week, my buddy Dev, more Dalby Media, woke me up and he made me drop a parlay. If you didn't see that, go check it out. The parlay lost because Nate Maness is a retard. And sorry, we might get blocked for that, but didn't want to finish. I'm sorry, I have to call Nate Maness the R word. I won't say it again for what he did.
No, I hate Nate Maness as well, bro.
What was he doing? Like, how did he not finish Jimmy?
He wasn't even trying though. Like, that's the thing. Like, you could tell he came in there with the mindset, I'm going to get a decision victory tonight and nothing else.
I was listening to somebody on YouTube and they're saying that all of Maness's friends bet Maness by decision.
Yeah, bro. He told him before, like, I'm not gonna try to finish the suit. I'm just gonna try to cruise my way. Just trust. And he did exactly that. Like, fuck him, bro. How do you guys go to the next comment? How do you guys see Nasrat and Jared Gordon playing out? We did talk about that fight, but we will just tell you, like, me personally, I'm gonna say I'm pretty confident in Nasrat Haqparast here. I just think Jared Gordon hasn't. We were alluding to this. He hasn't really seen a striker really in his past couple fights in the past couple years. Like, he hasn't seen somebody that's gonna be all out on the feet. That's all gonna be looking to strike the whole time. You know, not somebody that's gonna try to mix it up on the ground with him. I think his best path to victory, Jared Gordon's best path to victory, is to try to make this kind of an ugly fight, try to mix in some grappling, try to bring this fight to the ground and score a submission. But I just don't think Nasrat's going to let that happen. I think he's going to keep it on the feet, and he's got all the finishing potential. He hits harder, he's faster, he's more technical with the boxing, and I just think this is his type of fight. He's only lost to the best of the best, really. Or guys that can really frustrate him at range, and Jared Gordon's not that type of guy, so that's where I'm leading personally. Nasrat should have a pretty easy time.
Yeah, I wouldn't say I'm as confident in Nasrat, but I do think he gets it done. I just feel like he's the more youthful, the faster guy, and showed really good cardio in that Quinones fight. I think the line is kind of off. I think he should be like minus 180, minus 190 tops. I think Gordon at plus 210, plus 215 is kind of crazy. But prediction wise, I'm gonna say Nasrat wins a decision. Base W Lou, kind of. I mean,
yes, sir.
Watching Nate Maness fights, yeah, you kind of got to be based. And I feel like Antonio Trocoli is off a crazy 2-year layoff. Don't you think he's fighting? And don't you think?
I don't know. Are you asking us?
What's the question? And I feel I figure you got to do your translation. Remember last time when you translated that one guy's comment?
I feel like Antonio Trocoli is off a crazy 2-year layoff. Don't you think he's fighting Chara Putin now? I don't know. I'm just not confident. Like, that's another reason not to be confident in Trocoli. The fact that he's coming off 2-year layoff. Like, the guy, he's got fights against, not the best competition. He's not really scoring a lot of finishes. He's going to decision. He has one finish by submission in the last, if you don't count that steroid one, in the last 10 years. And yeah, that's his only path to victory. He's got one path to victory, take the fight to the ground. Putin is much better on the feet. He's much cleaner. So he's going to win. That's where I'm at. Damn, bro, 2 hours we've been talking for shit.
Yeah, I was just going to say, 2 hours. Like, I'm getting tired. I was just going to say, but I don't want to just turn it off on you guys just like that. Say, all right, we're out. So guys, get your final words out, your good nights, your any final predictions. We'll give you guys another 2-3 minutes of your time because
for sure
we're not gonna hang up on you guys. I am gonna go to sleep because I gotta wake up at 7 in the morning. Not gonna lie.
Dude, same. I gotta start early as well tomorrow, bro.
Yap sesh. This was a fucking great Yap sesh, right?
It was, bro. It was a fucking lot of talking. Damn, bro. I mean, we're talking about bullshit too. Like, realistically, a lot of these fighters,
we're talking about the relationship between Chara Putin and Michael Bisping. We're talking about Terrence Mitchell from fucking Alaska.
Terrence Mitchell, bro. We did like a lot.
Rowan versus Terrence Mitchell. Like, yeah, literally a Yap.
Yeah, it was a Yap sesh. Hey, but we appreciate y'all sticking with us throughout the Yap sesh, though.
There you go, sticking with us.
Hey, bro, they're showing loyalty. That's what it's about, loyalty. Loyalty.
Yeah.
Be a fan through and through. Hey, we love y'all though, for real. Thanks for tuning in, because we're gonna do more of these for sure. Good shit. Y'all gotta see. This was sick, bro. They loved it. They loved the live. Let's keep going live. Why not? What?
I don't see why not, guys. I'm not gonna lie. I only figured out how to go live on my computer like 20 minutes before we actually went live.
Yeah, we were kind of not organized.
Jesus Christ. I was finishing that video, the Chara Putin video with Dean, my man. Have a good night. I was finishing that Sharaputin video, and I'm just like, all right, I got to figure out how to go live because Rohan's not coming. And yeah, I looked up StreamYard, which is what we're on right now. It's pretty easy. So when should we do this again? Should we just do fight predictions? Should we do different lives? Should we do recaps? I don't know. We could do a bunch of things. I don't know.
I'm down. Recaps would be great. Recaps.
That's time we could talk about later. But everyone, just make sure before everybody leaves, though, whether on your YouTube or Twitter, just make sure you have notifications on, because if we do this, this may just be spontaneous. We just go live, whether it's on Instagram or elsewhere. We do it spontaneously, just whenever we feel. So make sure you turn notifications on for us. It's not even something that helps us. It's just if you want to stay tuned, if you enjoyed this, if you think that we should do more of this, like my boy Jay just said, yeah, and we're down to have a conversation, bro. That's what's the best. Like talking to you guys, it's really the best, you know?
Exactly.
But yeah, I appreciate all y'all for tuning in. Rohan, any final words for the people?
Hey, man, this is what it's all about. Love, bro. Keep coming in here. Keep rocking with us. It's great. I love the conversation, and it's going to be a fun card. I'm loving this card. I think the main event is so interesting. So many different possibilities. I'm just excited, man. Hopefully, y'all enjoy the fights, and yeah, we'll see you when we see y'all.
Well, my boy Connor's got to sneak in a question. It's Jay says, show me the money. Damn right. Last question. Do you watch any MMA YouTubers to help with picks? Not really. I do a lot of my, I've been watching MMA since I was 13, 14, and I've watched every single fight since then, pretty much. One guy I do like is DFS by the numbers. I've been watching him for a very, very long time. Not really an entertaining guy per se, just gets straight to the point. That's one guy that I, if I'm thinking about a fight, I'll listen to his breakdown. But Ronald Moicano, more of a, watch him or MMA Guru. I'll listen to their picks for a laugh. I don't really take their opinion in too seriously because that at that point when motherfuckers are joking around in their breaks, I do this shit. I take this shit seriously. I'm trying to make money.
Yeah. We both we put the time in on our own. We do the research, the necessary research to give you guys our own, educated picks. And obviously, like we will, draw from other resources here and there. Like me personally, I love SureDog, that site. I like looking at their website sometimes to look at, different statistics here and there. And then sometimes they do like a live show that I'll watch. But yeah, I any sort of helpful content is good. But at the end of the day, man, when you're breaking down these fights, it just helps to watch tape. Just watch the fights back and just see what you like and what stands out, because that ultimately helps you understand where the openings are going to be, where the holes are, and where the advantages are. So yeah, that's what we're about, doing the work on our own for real.
Spot on. Yeah. Just my final words. Thank you guys for tuning in and just engaging with us. It was a blast. Really had a lot of fun doing this for over 2 hours. Regardless, it was fun, and let's try to do this like multiple times a week. Like this,
bro, I'm down.
Really fun. We got to talk to you guys, which we don't get to do a lot. We usually just are either working or editing all day long. We never really get to talk to the gang. So yeah, this is a blast.
Yeah, man. Yeah. Let's do this again. Obviously, this is going to become like the main source of the podcast in a couple weeks. But yeah, moving forward, I think we should definitely do, fight recaps and things like that. But we'll definitely brainstorm some ideas. But yeah, we'll be doing this a lot more often. So hopefully we keep seeing you guys coming back in here. And yeah.
As I mentioned a few minutes ago, just turn notifications off. We're going to do this again. My boy, Connor, have a good night. Lucas and Rohan, we're out of here.
Yes, sir.
Hope you enjoyed. Adios.
Have a good night, y'all. Peace.
Good night, everybody.